Hmm?
That's not nice, Dave.
Yeah, Dave. How can't put, why would you say such a thing, man?
Because I think everyone should go fuck themselves.
You did it to yourself, Johnny.
Because you know I have no governor and I don't give a fuck. So why would you start with me?
Man.
Hi.
Oh my gosh. I guess as long as I don't say bad words, everything's fine.
No, you know what's weird is when I first started coming on with you cats. Remember what was it? 3 or 4 shows in, I dropped the F-bomb. I felt so bad about it. Like I almost lost sleep. Remember, Johnny, I sent you that message. I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry for dropping the F-bomb.
I know. You sent me a card. You sent me flowers.
Yeah.
You sent me
sweaty underwear that I
You sent me balloons. I remember. It was months and months of, man, I'm so sorry. I said, darn it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man.
And then Mancuda comes on.
I know.
And just completely.
Jay even got chapped lips after all that.
I got something else chapped too.
Somebody please make a GIF out of that. Please. Make a GIF and a meme and post it in the Discord. I think Amanda's on it.
Already on it.
Awesome.
Whatever. She knows not to do that to me. I'm telling you.
Wow.
We're just
the
wheels are off. The training wheels are off, everybody.
The training wheels.
The
yeah.
wheels are off.
Yes, everybody. Subscribe. Hey, everybody, it's Johnny Beane, and we're live. It's 5:13 p.m., May 10th, 2019. RJ, thank you again, man. Thank you so much. Mitch Heyman. Echo.
Who is it? Oh, it's Dave.
Well, it's not you because you echoed too. Echo.
Ow! I'm not putting the microphone and the headphones on because I'll lose both of them.
We got 5150s here tonight.
Ow! Yeah. Yes. Welcome, everybody. Leave a thumbs up. Let's see how many we can get. Maybe 101 this evening. David Nesdahl.
Hi, how's everyone doing?
There he is.
That was all that was just jokes before.
Jokes.
That was just jokes.
Funnies.
Not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw that movie.
Really?
Done that? Has anyone ever done the banana in the tailpipe for real?
I don't know. Bend over.
Jay Hannon.
Yes.
There you are, man. Wow, you got Winger.
It's Winger, man. Yep.
You got the Winger shirt going. I used to have a Winger shirt. I think. Did I buy a shirt?
We all have the same one.
No. I saw them in concert.
Did they call you Stuart?
Yeah.
Stuart?
Yeah. No, this was before that. I saw them. It would have been not that album, the album after that.
In the Heart of the Young.
Yeah. I saw them on that tour. It was with they're opening for Winger. What do I say?
they play like a half-hour set, and they come back about a half hour later, and then play their full set.
They're opening for themselves. Wow. No, they're opening for Kiss.
Oh.
I remember. And I'm thinking I got a shirt, but no, it wasn't. The same venue. This was in Lincoln, Nebraska, Pershing Auditorium. If anybody's watching from Lincoln. Another time I saw Damn Yankees, and I bought a t-shirt. I remember wearing the t-shirt on the way home, the Damn Yankees shirt.
That was another great band.
Yeah. Yeah, they were great. They were great. That's one of those bands I wish was still together, you know? Maybe.
Yeah.
Hmm. I remember they played a gig on the radio, I guess. Well, I guess whatever. Oh, when their debut album was coming out, they did like a live radio thing where they played. It might have been with Tommy Nast, one of those Westwood One guys or whatever. And I remember thinking, well, I still have the tape. Actually, I know where it is. I should actually MP3 it. But I remember thinking Ted Nugent's guitar tone was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded great. The PRS guitars. I don't know what amp he was using. Not sure. This was 1990, 89, 90.
Right.
Um,
The Chad wants to know where all the empty where the guitars on these empty hooks are. They're right here in front of me on a 5, actually on a 7 guitar stand, 7 space guitar stand.
A Warwick.
Actually, it is a Warwick 7 space guitar stand.
That's what that is.
Yeah,
that's a 5 space.
The best.
And I have a 7 space in the garage.
Yeah.
I used to have actually I had a 3 piece.
Sucker.
I had a 3 guitar stand, whatever, a 3 that I would take on. We would take it on tour and have it on stage, and so we would have my guitar. I think the bass player's bass, the singer's guitar, and I think
guitar. You mean the one that he pulls out like once a show just to show, like, hey, I play an instrument too, bro. That one where it's like his volume's down or he doesn't even plug it in.
No, in this band, the singer played guitar the entire time.
Okay.
She was rhythm guitar, and I was lead guitar.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You were lead mandolin.
Yeah. But that was the stand. The band was called the Mayfire, and we played a show in Salinas, California, some huge theater. Very cool. That was when my board went out, the power went out, and one of the stage hands had to run up and hold my board together for the rest of the show for some reason, just to keep it powered. But that was the show where the bass player goes and puts my guitar back in the rack, because the very last song we switch instruments. I play bass, he plays guitar. He goes to put my Hamer Phantom on that stand, and it falls over and the headstock breaks off.
Oh.
That would have been enough for me to just commit murder.
Do you still have that guitar?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the black one. Yeah.
You fixed it?
Yeah, it's got duct tape on the neck.
It's duct tape.
That's a hold.
Holding the headstock on. Yeah. Yeah. No, it was fixed. Some local guy in Oakland or Berkeley fixed it for me.
Who paid for it?
I did.
You're so nice.
Yeah. No, the bass player, he felt bad actually. And I remember we were on the van going to the next show, and he was looking on his laptop at those guitars, looking on eBay to see, how much they were and everything.
And you were busy in the
Found
back.
that he couldn't find any.
And we couldn't find one because they're kind of rare. Yeah. And I almost gave the guitar to one of our fans, because I remember for the rest of that tour, it was in the case, just busted up. And we had a super fan who came to the last show down in
Shreveport.
Where was it?
LA Forum.
Let's just say yeah. And she was there, the stadium, the very last stadium show of that tour. And I remember thinking, there was 3 bands on the tour. I remember thinking, well, maybe I'll just get all 3 bands to sign this guitar and just give it to her,
Were you single at the time?
No. I
Oh.
don't.
Wow.
I was gonna say, we know why you wanted to give it to her.
Although
You not only did you want to give it to her, you wanted to give it to her.
no.
Yeah.
I did sign her Converse, her shoes, though. So she has a pair of shoes with my.
While they were off, or while they were
Well,
on the floor, like
I
next.
don't remember. I don't think she was wearing them. Because I remember she sent a, this was back in the MySpace days, and so there was a picture on the band's MySpace with the shoes and guitar picks and all that. So what?
Boxer shorts.
I don't know. Anyway, the whole long story short, yeah. Guitar fell off one of those stands. No, they're not. They're good stands. There we go.
Was that the last show that you guys switched instruments?
No.
You kept doing it. You kept letting him touch your guitars.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and actually one of the other bands that was on tour with us, they were called Astra Heights, and I think they're still together. They were signed to Universal at the time. But I remember the guitar player in that band, who's still a good friend of mine. He I think he went to smash his guitar at the end of a song or something, or he dropped it or something. So they had to send out another. Gibson had to send out another guitar to him. Good times. Jay, I'm sure you got some cool stories.
No, just that one I told you about, that one band that their guitar player had like this, I think it was a Les Paul, and it was his baby, man. And every night during this one song, you know, probably the last song of the show, of their set, he would go nuts and do the whole, you know, spin thing. And it came, this was at the Masquerade in Atlanta, and this thing just came off the strap. Bam!
Wait, he did that with a Les Paul?
I'm pretty sure it was a Les Paul, man.
If that's the case, then he's an idiot, because I mean, who does that with a Les Paul?
It might have been like the light.
They're
or
at
the
least
studio.
9 pounds.
Whatever.
Even a studio, they're at least 9 pounds,
Mhm.
and they're gonna go straight down. There is no strap that is going to handle a Les Paul going over your shoulder.
Well, this thing blasted the ground, and that wasn't the funny thing of the guitar hitting the ground, because of course, you know, like as us being musicians and guitar players, like nobody wants to see that happen. But it was just his reaction to it, just like, oh my god, you know, like hands in the air and just like, oh my god, is it okay? Is it okay? You know?
No, it's not.
It's not one of those viral videos. Is he in one of those clips?
This was 2006, so I highly doubt there's any footage of that. There might be, but it was funny.
I wouldn't do that to my baby, you know. Well, I wouldn't do that at all. That's just not my style to be, you know, doing that or whatever. But
See, I would do it to my baby, but not my guitars.
Wow. Huh? Yeah. Welcome everybody. Nightbot. Hey, Nightbot says congratulations to David Nesdahl and Desiree on your wedding next
Thank
year.
you.
Wow.
Thanks again.
The golf clap version.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Is Nightbot invited?
Nightbot's invited, yes.
Yes, if yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If Nightbot chooses to fly.
Mm-hmm. But Nightbot's everywhere.
Is he going to need limousine door-to-door service like Mr. Johnny Beane as well? Private jet.
Yeah, just make sure you rent me either a bird or a jump bike, and I'll get there.
Okay. Lost Weekend with Dave and Desiree.
Charles, hey now. JJ's House of Jams. David Ennis, the man. Mark. Douglas Bedore. Amanda. Nerd Halen. Nerd Halen. You guys are playing a gig tomorrow night, right?
Sounds like a burp, Jay.
They played a gig, an impromptu gig last night, I think, right?
Last night in Reseda. I heard about that. I heard about that gig.
That's where the Karate Kid is.
Mm-hmm. Is he? Right now?
Mm-hmm.
The Karate Kid. Now he's the karate old man.
Yeah.
He still looks good for his age, man.
Mm-hmm. Still cute.
Yes, he is. He is.
Ralph Macchio.
What band was it? John BL asks. Oh man. Oh, what the hell? I'll find out.
For what?
The Smash Les Paul.
Yeah, John BL asked.
Well, John BL should know.
Maybe it wasn't a Les Paul, man. Maybe, like I said, it definitely wasn't like a Strat style guitar. So maybe it was an SG or something. I forget.
Mm-hmm. An SG would fly, man. With those little horns, you would flip an SG around, it would keep going.
I'll be right back.
SGs are neck heavy. They'd go right to the ground too.
Can you guys hear this?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hold on. Just in case he says something, I gotta.
Yeah, I know. Like, hey Jay, they're looking for us. Charlie S. Hello. James Gum. Anybody watch Cobra? Is it Cobra Kai? I watch the commercials on YouTube every time it shows up.
Yeah, you have no choice.
Mm-hmm. G is in here. Good to see you. Thrash metal and fun riffs. Good to see you.
So I got my guitarist Mike on the horn, and he's gonna give me he's gonna remind me. Remember when we were playing at the Masquerade in Atlanta in 2006, and that one guitarist who looked like John Belushi spun his guitar around and hit.
No wonder it hit the ground.
Huh?
No wonder it hit the ground. He's a fat guy.
Yeah, I do remember that.
What band was that again? Do you remember what kind of guitar it was too? Because I'm getting questions.
I could have sworn it was like a bulky, like Epiphone or Gibson style guitar. Something heavy, because it hit the friggin' floor very heavy.
Do you remember the band's name? I can't remember it right now.
No, I don't.
Oh, come on. You're like Rain Man with this stuff. You can't remember?
No, I mean, what were we touring with? We were with, was it Hatebreed on that one?
Yeah, I think it was Hatebreed.
Yeah, and, yeah.
So John BL, look up 2006 Hatebreed tour or something. And they'll find it, hopefully. All right, well, Mike, thanks, but no thanks.
You're welcome.
All right.
Anytime, bro.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, later.
He's probably pissed.
Bye, Mike. Did he know he was on here?
I told him. I said, "Is it cool if I bring you on the air?" He said, "Yeah."
Is he watching? Does he watch this stuff?
No, he can care less what I'm doing in my free time. If I'm not working on band stuff, he doesn't care, which I kind of respect, you know. Oh, you're not working on your own stuff? Oh, okay, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Wow. Huh? James Gum is saying you just got a brand new Oakland scarf, is it? No. Yngwie signature model guitar? Says he's gonna put it in the Discord.
Shouldn't he put it in his case?
Mm-hmm. Wow, very cool. Very cool, man. Hey, Ron Limber. Joe. Good to see you, Joe. Thanks for all the props and shout outs and everything today, man. Too many guitar fail videos. Oh, BL, there's not enough of those videos, man. Last night, I was spending all my quality time late last night watching a bunch of news fail videos. You know, like when the weatherman like falls over and.
How about the female, the female anchor woman that stroked out when she was saying? Remember that?
Yeah.
Stroked out. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Not the stroke part,
that's
but
not funny.
Not the stroke, but just the look on her face when she was trying to get what she wanted to say out of her mouth.
That's serious.
It's still a fail.
Well, No.
Yeah.
No. Wait.
Yeah.
Isn't there a boo on here?
No.
Bye.
Bye.
So it looks like from metalunderground.com, it says it was the Decade of Brutality tour in 2006, 10-year anniversary tour for Hatebreed. And the band was If Hope Dies. I think that's the band that the guitar player did that. John BL, that's for you.
Oh.
Brady Bunda says, how do you feel about the real EVH replica guitars that they sell for $60K? What guitars are those? I don't know any EVH guitars for $60K.
You're talking about the ones that get bought and then get resold?
They're not going anywhere for $60K. They're not even going anywhere for $25K.
How much is the replica? Whatchamacallit going for? Frankie.
What, the black and white or the red, white, and black?
20.
The red, white, and black one.
Red, white, and black was $25 when it was brand new, but no one's selling them. Not at that price. No one is. The Super 78 is it $60,000?
You said you sold like 5 of those.
Eight of them.
And
That
was it at
brand-
regular
yeah.
price?
Yes, when they were brand spanking new and no one was making good replicas. Yes.
Man. And you said you got invited to concerts and stuff?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The whole guitar department did because of it.
Mm-hmm. Those are great guitars, man. I played one of them. No, 2. I've seen a bunch of them in person, but I played one, and it was. I'll tell you guys, we're talking about the Fender Frankenstein replica guitar that came out in what 2007.
Yep.
Was it? That guitar, that was the best guitar I've ever played as far as playing Van Halen style riffs and licks on. It was incredible.
Wow. We definitely got to get you over to my house.
Mm-hmm. Have Nightbot try them out. Wow. 40 thumbs ups.
Hey, did you guys see this on Brendan Buttcheek's page today? He got some custom pickups created by 12 Bar Blues pickups. And here's...
Yes. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. B square
that.
cigar box guitars.
Oh, I
Wow.
have my battery saver on. Hold on a second. Here we go. Let's try that again.
Cool.
It's awesome.
Wow,
Oh, I had too
awesome,
much
man.
coffee because I'm shaking.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. So those are pickups for his guitars.
For his cigar box guitars, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty neat, man.
Right on, butt cheeks. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed they don't say butt cheeks on them, but I guess I can understand.
Mm-hmm. He says they sound amazing. Right on, man. Hey, Eduardo, good to see you. Welcome, everybody.
Well,
Echo.
One and all.
Mm-hmm.
remember when this happened? Remember when Rob's computer fell? Hold on, here it comes.
He looks like a pilot.
Everybody see that?
He looks like a sales guy or something.
Oh, like he's about to board the airplane and like, all right. Oh.
How is that? Wait, that he was filming from something else?
From his
He
iPad.
was doing a video on his channel.
Yeah, he was using his iPad.
Yeah. So There's our buddy Rob. Everybody subscribe to his channel as well, but I think his cat knocked his computer over.
He looks like he's doing like a shop at home. It looks like a shop at home overnight thing. Remember when the guy fell off the ladder on Shop at Home?
There was that one, and then there was also the one where they were selling those swords or something, and he hit something with it, and the sword broke and like cut him.
Oh, ouch!
I think it was the same guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Man, my favorite was always what's his name? You know him. You've seen him. The guy, the guy with the mustache. Yeah.
Yep.
What was his name?
Don
West.
Don West. Yeah.
I used to watch him and the other guy every night. I'd be going to sleep. Well, it's Eastern time, so it's live. 6 o'clock in the morning. Your time, 3 o'clock my time or whatever. I'd be watching him. Talking about Mark McGuire rookie card.
Yeah.
And the coins. They'd be doing the coin show. Where's a coin? This penny is so rare.
13 in existence.
Yeah, there's only 13 of them. But for the first 25 orders,
a 1971 quarter,
you also get a free
Frankenstrat.
Mm-hmm. Then eventually he was doing the Beanie Babies. Remember, they were talking about how rare that bear was with the heart on its tummy, and with the same energy,
mm-hmm.
This Beanie Baby is so rare, you guys. You can't believe it. You won't believe this.
And then he went on to he got hired by a wrestling company, TNA Wrestling, and he was their merch guy.
Yeah,
and he would have all the same like the brown bag special and stuff like that, where it's like random stuff,
And he would open one up.
DVDs.
Let's open one of these up. Oh, look at this! Wow, that's amazing! That's amazing! Oh, it's one of these. Oh, incredible! Yeah, I used to go to sleep watching that.
You can't go to sleep watching.
I know. I don't know how I did that.
I know. It's like you make that mistake. You're laying in bed. I can't sleep. I'll turn on the TV, and then that comes on. And now you really can't go to sleep.
Oh, yeah. So funny.
So anybody got any guitar news?
I was at the studio today, hanging out with a friend of mine, and he's like, Johnny, you ever seen my Les Paul? And he breaks out this 1974 Les Paul custom.
White one?
Black one. And he was playing it, and it was cool, and it's like, it sucked because I couldn't play it.
3,000 pounds?
Huh? No, left-handed.
Oh.
Oh, he was left-handed, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because I saw the when I was in with Ellie putting her to bed or for her nap, I clicked on it real quick and I saw him, and I was thinking like it was just a reversed image.
It was a Joe Wentz. It was a Joe Wentz video where he was backwards. Yeah, I know. It looks like he was backwards, but no, he's left-handed. Yeah, left-handed guitar.
Brady Bunda asked if any of us are building any guitars. Are you?
I'm not. I don't want to delve too deep into what's going on with my situation, but I had one built, and now I'm waiting for it to have a couple issues fixed.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows when I'll be getting it back. Johnny?
What am I doing? I cleaned my bass a couple weeks ago. I oiled the fretboard.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it plays better.
What do you use to clean your neck or to clean the fretboard?
I use
Soap and water. Blue
Yeah.
Dove. Blue Dial. Whatever the hell
you guys
it
have
is.
seen the video. I use let's see. I use some fretboard Ultimate Lemon Oil 65 by Dunlop.
Good stuff.
I use that. Yeah, it makes a huge difference, you know. If you haven't,
It makes a huge difference, you know? That's what that sounded like. It makes a huge difference, you know?
yeah, you can't believe it. It's incredible.
Lemon oil.
This stuff is so good.
Available. Selling out.
I'm gonna throw it tonight. That tea's too hot. Hey Janice, what's going on? Yeah, as far as building any other guitars, as of right now, no.
I took a guitar apart today. Put it in a box and sending it to Rob Johnson.
It's
You gonna elaborate on that? Which guitar was it? Is
my Circles guitar.
You giving it to him?
He wanted it really bad. So any who want any of my guitars real bad, I'll just take them apart, box them up, and send them to you.
Do you want my laundry list of guitars now, or?
Wow.
Rob has been wanting my Circles guitar for a long time, so I told him that if he was to buy a body and a neck from Chris Lock, for me to build a new one, I'd give him the body and neck of mine because he's got all the parts that he needed, and he can have mine. So he did that.
That's cool.
Now I'm just waiting on a body and neck. The reason why is because the original Circles, which became the Rasta guitar, is a 2-inch thick body, and mine was a normal size, 1 3/4 inches. But he wanted it. I said, Rob, why don't you just order it from Chris? Get the right size body, and you're gonna. He says, no, I really like yours. Okay, you can have mine. I'll make a new one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any time frame on that?
No, Chris Lock's CNC machine broke last week, so I think he finally got the part in. I think he started today, and he's got a lot of people in front of me, and I'm in no rush to get it.
Yeah.
Got so many guitars.
Tomorrow comes.
I'm in no rush to get that guitar.
Tomorrow morning. Hey Chris,
No.
5 minutes.
No, really, I could care less.
Hey, did you fix the fuse in that machine yet? Just wondering.
Is my guitar done?
Man.
Is it's not, you haven't sent it yet?
Are you sure it's not plugged in?
No, Jay, I'm not you.
So Brendan Buttcheeks, can I show you this video the Buttcheeks just sent?
Oh, so funny how he changes the subject.
No. Well, I don't want to talk too much about what's going on with mine. So here's can anybody hear this?
So here's a butt cheeks video.
Here's a video of Buttcheeks. So I know it's kind of tough to hear how they sound, but
sounds good.
Yeah, that sounded really good.
What's the butt cheeks? What are you playing through there, man? Is that the THX 1138 amp? Oh, my ears.
Oh, poor thing.
Butt cheeks, that sounded cool, dude. Orange Micro Terror. Awesome, dude. That sounds great.
It does. It's cool.
Right on.
I dig it. Only 3 strings.
Mm-hmm. That's
A
cool.
lot of sound out of 3 strings. Ethan Alford says, "Rip butt cheeks." I just did rip my butt.
Rip your butt cheeks.
Just did. If you see me go forward like this, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, yuck. Do you think if you sat down hard enough, you could actually rip it?
Rip my butt cheek? I don't know.
Ouch. John BL. Johnny, I'm on it. Wow. Wow. The chat says, "Man, I'm on vacation and really miss my guitars." Every time you guys, let's be serious. Every time I'm on vacation. Well, I take a guitar with me, but when I was a kid and we'd go on family vacations, I used to have to find a local guitar store somewhere just to play, because I'd be shaken from withdrawals, you know. You ever get those?
No. What I would do, I used to go to Guitar Center and buy a cheap guitar or like a mid-level guitar while I'm on vacation, play it for the week I'm away, and then the last day return it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I never did that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah.
I'm on vacation right now.
Mm-hmm.
Been on vacation my whole life.
Every day is
Every day's a vacation.
a vacation.
As long as you're having a good time.
Mm-hmm. Bazik. Oh, echo. Bazik says, "I just got the Epiphone Slash guitar back from the shop. Gonna jam after these messages."
Cool. What do you
Right
have?
on.
Blown transmission? It's a bad joke. That was a bad joke. Come on, give me something.
I was yawning. I didn't hear it.
I said, "What? He blow his transmission?"
Oh, yeah.
Just got it back from the shop. You guys, let me give you guys both $1 so you can buy yourselves a sense of humor.
Oh, so we can buy a new sound machine?
I tried getting batteries for my other one, the one that I found.
Oh, yeah.
My Echo Killer I've had since I was a kid. I tried finding batteries. The guy at the hardware store, they were all like, "What is that?" All nerds, right? And they were actually ripping open packs of batteries to try to find them because everybody wanted to hear this.
You gotta go to Walmart, man.
And I think we actually found batteries that fit, and the thing didn't. I think there's a piece that's busted off, and it wouldn't quite make the connection. Something, yeah.
Sounds like he's taking a shit.
What is that? Oh.
Eduardo asked, Dave, is the Luke smaller than the Music Man EVH?
No, it is not.
All right, next question. Brendan, you can fix this? All right. DM me your address, man, and I'll send this to you.
You could probably find one of those on eBay, and it'll be cheaper than sending it out. Maybe not.
He's going to put one of those brand new pickups in it. I know. While we were searching, yeah, you find there's like tons of different ones. Some that look similar, some that look a little different. Yeah.
I want to get one of the Steve Stevens ray guns.
Mm-hmm. And get the actual sound, get the actual tone.
Well, he puts a what is it? A potentiometer or something in it, so he can like slow it down and speed it up. So he like customizes them himself. The ones you can get that are like his don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do any of that crap.
I'm sure there's some Billy Idol tribute out there where they know exactly what.
Oh yeah, he explains, and he did an interview on it, and he explains what he does to him.
Mm-hmm.
So
I remember there was this Billy Idol tribute playing at the NAMM show this year. Was it this year? Maybe it was last year. And the guy looked exactly like Billy Idol, and everybody thought it was actually him. But if you really look close enough, it wasn't. But the guy, you would have swore, most people thought it was actually him. But
what was the name of his of the band, of the tribute?
I don't know.
Vital Idol?
I don't know. But he looked exact. The guitar player didn't look anything like Stevens. So that's one of the ways, anybody that knew would be like, well, that can't be him, because why is he playing with that guy? Why is he playing with someone else,
Mm-hmm.
Scott Nickerson asks if I'm still interested in pursuing a PRS silver
charges.
No, I'm not looking for a Silver Sky. I've played
a guy.
Jeez, Johnny, it's like, what has happened with you today, man?
Ice cream truck. Oh,
yeah, I thought you had one of those on order, man.
Yeah, no, I decided against it. I don't need more than, I've got plenty of Strats here. I don't need another one.
Mm-hmm. Did you say cats?
Did you play one of those?
Yeah, I've played a few of them. They're cool. It's just not for me.
Mm-hmm. I played one at Guitar Center, and it didn't feel like a Strat.
Really?
And is that what we're talking about? And Ethan, this was a present. I don't know where this came from.
What, your brain?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in there.
My brain was a gift. When I was born, I was handed this hand. I was actually given two.
What is this double guitar strap that Boner Jams is referring to? See, Boner Jams.
Is that for like one of those double guitars? Remember the time when Otto was like doing this? He's like, my hand is like handing or something. No, I'm not stoned. I've never touched any kind of illegal. Well, I guess it's legal now, but
so now you can do it.
I guess I could. No, I wouldn't though. I wouldn't touch. I am kind of caffeined up. I have been drinking a lot of tea, but I had this amazing breakfast burrito today, you guys. Amazing.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it, Boner Jams. All right, that's it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
He just sent me a picture of it. Of what? What? And why?
And
is it a bad back?
Huh?
It says guitar like 80 pounds.
Oh, it's one of those straps that goes across like this?
The dude from Trivium, he has a double guitar strap. Come on.
I can't see. Is it going across the front?
Yeah. Does that guitar weigh like
1,
37
2.
pounds or something?
It's an ESP. It's probably even an LTD. It can't be that heavy.
Mhm.
Why does he have that on there?
Because he's a.
Uh-huh. David Nesdall said that.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
Mm-hmm. David Nesdall, Nesdall.
I'll tell him to his face.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's get him on the show and find out what it,
Yeah.
find out what it is.
I don't know. I would think it might be for looks.
Oh, Ethan says he's got he thinks he has osteoporosis, which makes sense.
Oh, well then.
At that point, then I take back what I said.
Yeah, I'm an asshole then. Thanks, Boner Jams, for
Mm-hmm.
you know.
No wonder he has a double strap. He can't lift the thing.
Well, I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Brian Bosom, you should have checked into that before you.
Oh, Boner says he doesn't have it. Then he's a pussy anyway.
Who, Boner Jams?
No.
Oh my gosh. 2 more thumbs ups, and we'll be halfway.
But we can't get any thumbs ups now because Doug Bedore left.
Mm-hmm. He'll be back.
No, I won't.
Hey, JJ. JJ, man. Good to see you, dude. That's right, Ethan. That's right, man.
Isn't Sammy Hagar's new album out today?
Yeah. What's the deal with releasing a record on a Friday?
Well, wouldn't you rather release it on a Friday than a Tuesday?
Tuesday was always the day. But I guess now you can release anything anytime.
Yeah, you can release
any
whenever
day,
you want.
you know?
Well, didn't that have to do with like shipping? Isn't that why record release day was Tuesday? I thought it had to do with shipping.
That's the day that the UPS guy delivers. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the other night? I'm not going to say anything, but do you remember? Do you remember a couple nights ago?
The hell are you talking about?
Talking about a drummer.
What, from Tuesday's show?
Was it Tuesday? No, you and I were in another video.
Oh,
Watching
yeah.
something, and you were like, you were letting the drummer have it, and everybody's like, dude.
I know.
Do you remember all that?
I had a few too many Sammy's Beach Bar rums.
Oh, you mean like the night you watched Completely Unchained and pissed off the guitar player?
I have my moments where I can be pardon my language, a dickhead. And yeah, what night was that? Was that Wednesday night, Johnny?
That was just like a couple nights ago.
Yeah, Johnny sent the link for this live concert, and I'm watching it, and it's driving me up a wall.
That was yeah.
Yeah, I'm very lonely, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, maybe we shouldn't say who we're talking about.
No, I don't want to.
But I would think that the reason why the guys that's his style is because that was the style of
a drummer that sucks?
No.
Oh.
One of the greatest drummers in the world.
He doesn't match that. No, it's very lifeless, and I don't even want to say mechanical because it's like the way he plays literally sucks the energy out of the songs. So here's Boner Jam sent me the link to this guitar strap. So here's the headline. It's from guitar.com, I believe. Yeah, there it is. Save Your Body with Matt Heafy's new. Does that say Richter? I'm reading it backwards on the screen. Double guitar.
New Andy Richter.
Yeah, Mike Richter for you hockey fans out there.
Double guitar strap.
Yep.
Matt Heafy. Is that the guy that was playing that guitar in that picture?
Yes, the singer guitar player from Trivium. So there's a better view.
So it makes the guitar lighter, right?
Well, I wouldn't say it's lighter, but it's distributed differently, more evenly, I guess. So there's come on, man. I'm not done yet. But that's got to be, if that's going across between the pickups, that would annoy me. Anybody else feel the same way?
How would you flip that guitar behind your back?
Yeah, I can get him on the show if you want to talk to him about it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to delete the part where.
Yeah, make sure he doesn't see what Dave said. Or show it to him. He can come on. He can.
Richter guitar straps. Richter, damn near killed her. Wow. So there's. Jesus.
I don't know. It looks to me. It looks like it would take like double, like an extra step to put the guitar on and to take it off. I might get claustrophobic. You know, I tend to freak out if something's like just a little weird.
So it's a 60-40 weight distribution. I mean, if you're playing a guitar that's, 6-7 pounds, unless you do have something, a bad back or something like that. But I don't know how it's an Epiphone that he has here in this picture. So I don't know how heavy that thing is, but it's
almost.
So there it is.
There's an article there, right?
Yeah.
Because that kind of, I mean, this isn't the same thing, but I've got a friend of mine who's an excellent jazz guitar player. He used to play double gigs with Skolnick. They would play together, and this guy's still a good friend of mine. And I remember he got carpal tunnel, so he had to have a strap going across his chest, so the guitar would stay in one position while he had the cast on his hand and everything, so he could still play. But that's what that kind of reminded me of.
Well, that makes sense. If it's for a disabled person, that makes plenty of sense. But for someone that's a strapping young man, it doesn't make sense to me.
So basically, it says it features a second guitar strap, obviously, as you'll see in the Instagram post below. It's simply slung around the shoulder of your strumming hand. This offers a 60-40 weight distribution and is a lifesaver no matter your musical level, says the Trivium frontman. Also addressed issues with single shoulder straps in his post, explaining that weight on one side of a trapezius/shoulder joint for an entire musical lifetime is detrimental to the balance of one's body. So, and it says you can always use this as a dual or single strap with a simple click on off feature.
So the extra part comes off really easily.
Yeah.
So you could wear the strap like a regular strap, and the extra. Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds good to me. I mean, I've had back. Well, I think we've all had like back problems and anything to make it more comfortable. Huh? Alan, are you watching this? I'm getting messages. Yeah. Yeah, Brendan. Yeah, like the ZZ Top, the strap, the belt buckle strap or whatever.
Spinning around.
Spinning. Oh my gosh. Boner Jams. Thank you very much, dude. Just looking out for you guys with the strap on. I mean, double strap, looking out for your traps. You mean this? These things? Yeah. I actually, I have a problem. I have a problem up here actually. For years, I was in a slight fender bender, and I've had nerve pain. It's called a trap, right there. That's what you're talking about, right? Are you a chiropractor? Anybody who's had a 4x12 cab has had back problems. Yeah. I used to lug my 5150 412 up and down a flight of stairs. You know, all the time. All the ball bearings are gone out of those wheels.
By yourself?
Yeah.
I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it.
All the time. All the time. All the time. Thomas. Thank you, Thomas. Thomas, with Super Chat, you can say anything you want in there.
Yeah, it's the get out of jail free card?
Yeah. It is. Thrash metal. Johnny did a burnout in my. That's right. That's right. Somebody wanted to see me do a burnout in the parking lot, and I did it. Just a friendly neighborhood State Farm agent. Okay, that's what you're talking about, though, right? The trap up here.
Yeah, the Goldberg muscles. The wrestler Goldberg.
Mm-hmm.
Those things were jacked.
Man, I've had issues with mine for, let's say, like 12 years, right in here. I had like a pinched nerve, and so my arm would go numb. And I swear I couldn't feel like anything. Yeah.
Does anybody know the phone number to the Wambulance?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? What is it? I thought that was somebody ripping one. Right?
Mm-hmm. Boner Jams, if you're serious, yeah, I would definitely try one. Definitely try one, you know.
What? Is he serious about what?
Huh? He says he's sending me a double strap.
I think he forgot to put on at the end of it.
Uh-huh. Is that like the double-ended?
Oh, God. So has anybody listened to the new Circle record?
The Circle Jerks?
No.
Do you remember them? Didn't they have a song? Was it the Circle Jerks that had a song called Van Halen Weekend? Am I making that up? John BL, was there a song by the band the Circle Jerks called Van Halen Weekend or Van Halen something?
Whoa. There's 10 songs on this record. 34 minutes and 51 seconds. What is this, 1984?
Yeah, sounds like a Van Halen record.
Yeah. It sounds like a Van Halen record before Sammy joined.
Right.
Sammy Hagar Weekend? That's the song? By the Circle Jerks. Sammy Hagar Weekend? I remember that when I was in, well, I don't want to give away my age, but when I was when I was in school, I remember that song.
I'm gonna have to listen to this later.
Mm-hmm. I've heard some of it. I was in. Well, you were there too. Weren't we in a couple of the premieres for some of the songs? Were you there?
Oh, the live video that you.
No, we. It's funny how people came out of the woodwork and they're like, "Hi, Johnny. Did you see any of that?"
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, Johnny. Hey, Johnny." I'm like, "Hey."
And then, of course, I'm being a big jerk the whole time. And at the end, I'm like, go johnnybeanetv for the best Van Halen channel on YouTube or something stupid.
I'm like, man, this guy sells these drinks and they make his fans hostile towards him.
Guy's drinking my rum,
drinking his own brand stuff, and he's saying how his band sucks.
Did not say that. I did not say that.
I know. Oh my gosh. Oh.
So it's not just the Circle, which I thought it was. It's Sammy Hagar and the Circle. Mm-hmm. Really, Sammy?
He's feeling his oats.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he's allowed because he pays for everything.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, a friend of mine and we ran into Vic Johnson at the NAMM show one year. And he stood there and talked to us for like 15 minutes. And he was telling us all this stuff about how he joined, you know, how he got the call for the audition for the band. And yeah, he's like Sammy is like the boss. It's like his boss.
Yeah. Because he keeps them on retainer, I believe.
Yeah.
Although I've had two other friends who have been in bands with the old bass player.
Mona?
Mona, yeah. Yeah, because she lives around here. And so I had one friend who's actually I met him at Jason Becker's house a couple times. This one really great guitar player. He was in a band with Mona. And then I don't know if he is anymore, but I've got another friend who's in a cover band. They play cover tunes. And Mona's the bass player in that. And they play all the time.
Isn't that what Sammy's band does? Cover tunes?
Play cover tunes?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real expensive cover band.
Mm-hmm. Is it covers though? If you were actually, you know, on the original songs?
He's not on any Led Zeppelin songs.
Uh-huh. Well, they only play like one or two Zeppelin tunes, right?
I don't know.
Ever heard the Minutemen do Ain't Talking About Love? The Minutemen? No.
Yeah, I never heard that either.
Minutemen. I had a poster though. I had this amazing, maybe I can find it online and show it to you guys. What was the band called? Was it like the Dead Milkmen?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
A band called the Dead Milkmen?
Mm-hmm.
They had they were on MTV for like a minute back in the early 90s. I'm thinking. At least when I had it on. Let me see if I can find this image. I used to have this poster. Let's see if I can find this. Punk Rock Girl. Yeah, Punk Rock Girl. That was on MTV, right? like late 90s, late 80s, early 2000s.
late something.
Late show.
I used to have this poster that was so funny. Although I'm seeing all like flyers. Anthony, that's cool, man. John Bulware. Johnny, that's why you get roadies.
And
Roadies-
friends.
That's why you get roadies and friends to help you carry a cabinet upstairs. Yeah. I used to drag a 412 up and down a flight of stairs every Saturday. And it got to be where it was no big deal.
Oh, you got jacked. Your traps got so jacked.
Yeah.
They got so jacked that your left arm started going numb. Is that the real story?
Mm-hmm.
You got so jacked. Oh, congrats to Baby Butt Cheeks. Brennan's son got his driver's license today. I don't know to congratulate you or go.
That's not really Baby Butt Cheeks anymore.
Well,
I don't go by that name anymore.
Here it is. I found it. His name, Reed Fleming.
Fleming Rasmussen?
Where's the exact poster? All right, this is not the poster I had. Oh, this is funny. This isn't the one that I had. This is another one, apparently. Right there. If you guys can see that. It says, I am not bald. I get my hair cut this way.
That's if you get your hair cut that way, it's the Bozo the Clown. That's what that is.
Man. Yeah, that's not the one I had. I had another one. That was so funny. What?
Teenage butt cheeks. I don't think we can say that on here. This video is going to get flagged now.
Now?
The world's toughest milkman. Okay, yeah, none of these are the one that I had. I thought I told you to shut up. Oh my gosh. Man, yeah. Oh, I'm blurry. I didn't know I was blurry. Man, yeah, those are good. Does anybody know Reed Fleming, world's toughest milkman? I don't know why we're talking about that.
Yeah, Tessie Switch.
Yes.
We're going to have him on possibly next Friday, if that's okay with you guys.
Fine
he
with
has
me.
Some new stuff that he's going to be selling.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can announce what it is. Dave?
You asking? Why are you asking me?
Because you know what it is, too.
I know what it is, but I don't know if you can announce it yet.
All right, well, then I'll hold off.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check his website.
It is cool stuff.
Let me check his website real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if it's on his website, then you can absolutely announce it.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, Jason. I get my hair cut this way.
Okay, it's not on his site yet, so we'll wait.
Yeah.
Oh, no, maybe it is. I'll wait.
Till your love comes down?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about some gear.
Go ahead.
Who here has tried a rat pedal, or who owns a rat pedal? Anybody own a rat pedal?
Me.
Johnny, what do you think of the rat pedal?
Me.
What do you think of the rat?
I love the rat. I love it. And not the turbo. I don't have the turbo. I've got just the regular one.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the Mayfire. That was my tone. My sound was the Fender 212 amp hot rod DeVille, I think.
CC?
The CC DeVille. And then for any distortion, it was the Rat.
Well, I have in my hand a company by the name of Jam Pedals. Can't be serious with you. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Johnny's in rare form tonight.
Jesus.
You got it. You got to love it.
Okay, let's start over. Hey, Dave. Yeah, the Rat's awesome, man. What's hang on. Hey, Dave. Yeah, the Rat is great, man. What do you think about that?
I think you're just making it worse, Johnny.
Thumbs up, you guys. We need 30 more,
Yeah.
or I mean, 40 more. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Dave. Yeah, the Rat. I love the Rat, and I'm not joking around.
Yeah, I just found out that I love the Rat too. And in my hand, I have a hand-wired Jam Pedals version of it, which is called the Rattler.
Mm.
It's really
Whoa.
It's really, it does the Rat well, plus it also does a fuzz when you turn the gain up all the way. Really cool.
Man.
Jam Pedals. Check them out.
Awesome.
Yeah. Really cool stuff.
Crap.
What?
No, I just don't know how to spell anymore.
R-A-T.
They have a lot of different pedals as well. It's a great company. They're all hand wired. They're kind of like they're a high end boutique company. Every pedal is also hand painted, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool little plus.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Yeah, not that that matters to the sound, but it sounds great and it's hand painted. So.
Mm-hmm. They're all hand painted?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was a funny comment that somebody wrote before. Brian Stewart wrote, I just got the new Marshall SV20H head, and it's so light that the guys at Guitar Center wanted to open the box to see if there was really an amp inside.
Is that a solid state amp?
I have no idea.
I would think it would be because tube amps are heavy just because of the transformer.
Usually it's the opposite. It's like, wait a second, that box seems too heavy, bro. We got to check it to make sure you didn't put more stuff in there.
Mm-hmm. Some solid state amps are really heavy. Yeah, or be like, like he got home and then opened it up and he took it out and put it back, taped it back up and was like, no, there was nothing in here, you guys.
Yeah.
Says no, it's a new tube amp that came out at the NAMM show. I haven't heard of it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if Howie wants out. He just woke up, so he's kind of he's tired. He's got his little rug right there. He's thinking about laying down.
I wonder when Yamaha is going to put out a new version of this amp.
Why would they have to?
It's like, isn't it 7 years old or 8 years old now?
There's no reason to put a new version out. It's perfect.
I know it is, but you know how companies are. It's like, hey,
Yeah, they always ruin it.
Unless it's still selling like hotcakes, which I think it is. I think it's getting like more popular now.
Well, I know that Craig Stofko woke me up at 6:30 this morning asking me what model it is.
Mm-hmm.
What?
That explains everything.
He called you at 6:30 in the morning?
Texted me.
No. You see?
Well, listen, it is what it is.
See, that's what pisses me off about. Now, Craigie's a cool dude, so don't take this personally. But my mom does it to me too. She knows. And this is especially before. See, now I'm getting uppity. my mom knows I sleep in. But it's like, just because she's awake, she thinks that everyone should be awake. Like, Mom, don't wake me up. I go to bed at 3 a.m. You think I want to get a phone call from you at 8:30?
Yeah. Yeah, I love Craig too. I think he's a great guy, but I was a little under the weather when he called. I was a little upset.
Because it's not like it's an emergency. Dave, what kind of amp you got, man?
No, it's all right. It's all good. It's all good. And there is more here. Jim Nicholas asks if I've ever heard of Spallone Amps. Yes, I have. They're great sounding amps. Their plexis, their high gain plexis are amazing. Actually, all their amps are amazing.
Mm-hmm. What's that guy uses? That guy, he sent me his guitar picks and it had said Spallone on them.
Oh, Jim Vonvis.
Vonvis, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe if I'm correct, what the hell's her name?
Britney Spears.
No. Forget it until I get the right name. Forget it. It's I don't want to say the wrong name on here.
We'll just say a bunch of names.
Yeah, and then maybe one of them will be right.
Yeah.
I've never played through a Spallone, but
yeah. That girl, Johnny Beane.
I've never played a Spallone, but this band that I edited drums for about 5-6 months ago, they sent their scratch guitar tracks, with the drums. And the guitars, I mean, they didn't sound like scratch guitars at all. I was like, dude, what were you using for these scratch guitar tracks? Like, that's my Spallone amp. I was like, holy crap. It sounded amazing.
Yeah, they're great. They're really great.
Now, I don't know which amp it was, but he just said it was a Spallone. So, but it was super high gain, but just really, really good sound. Johnny, what are you doing?
I'm looking through my pick box. Oh, okay, there we go. I found some picks. First of all, here's Craig. There's one of Craig's picks right there.
Yeah, it's a cool pick, by the way.
It's got his guitar on it. That's his Stealth. Right there. Remember these?
Yeah, I never got one of those.
Craig Wannabe.
He doesn't like you.
No, actually, that was a long time ago when he sent those. And then Jimmy Vonvis, he sent me a whole bunch of picks. I'm sure I've showed these off, but he's in a band called Halen.
How original.
Right there. It's got the right there. And then, how are these different? Oh, this one has a different thing on it.
What does the bottom say? I couldn't see that.
It says 1984.
Oh, that's a new font too.
Right there. His picks are super heavy.
So are his guitars. No shit. He loves heavy, heavy, heavy guitars.
Yeah, I do love Howie. Does Howie have to go out? Is he back there?
He's just walking around.
There he is. Hey, do you guys use the room? You all right?
Yeah, Dad. Yeah, I do. Can you unzip me first?
Yeah, Johnny, open the fridge. Years ago, years and years and years and well, how many years? A long time ago, I used to have 2 other dogs.
In a land far, far away?
Actually, a couple hours from here. One of them was a tiny, like a schnauzer or whatever it is. Schnauzer. Hey, man. Hey, good to see you, dude. a dog this big, and another one was a what was he, like German, not German Shepherd, bigger dog. I forget what he was called. What he was.
Husky?
No, not that big. And what happened was the big dog, when we weren't home, this big dog was very smart. He would open up the refrigerator door, and the smaller dog would jump in the fridge and pull the food out. They would work as a team to do that. Man, I wish I had, you know, a video camera or YouTube back then, because you guys would be looking at that. But it was pretty funny.
Want to say hi to everyone? Hi, everyone.
Hey, Snickers. Come in. Who is it?
Come in. Oh.
Hello?
Gotta do this first. Come in. No, she just growled. That's it. Nah, she's not into it.
I figured that would do it.
Oh.
Ethan, how original. A fat joke. I get it.
Snickered. Yeah, see, this is my pick box. It actually says Johnny. It says Johnny picks guitar. It's what it says on the top. This is my old phone. You know how phones come in a box?
Mm-hmm.
I had this phone I had about 10, 11 years ago was called a Helio Ocean. You guys ever hear about those phones? A Helio?
No.
Anyway, this was the box. This was the box, and so all my guitar picks that I have are all in the box.
Well, every guitar pick that you use,
Right there.
that it's done for, you put it. That's like the
No,
guitar pick coffin or
no.
graveyard?
No. Well,
Oh no, that's like you got that from the drawer from Michael Anthony when he takes the towel off the drawer and it's all picks. I know the guy that works for me.
I'm gonna do this on video just because it'll give me something to do tonight. Here we go. I'm gonna do this. Hang on, present. Here we go, you guys. You ready?
Everyone, put your hand in.
Yeah, everybody, put your hand in there. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. Holy crap!
Thumbnail.
Oh man, I wish you guys could see this table. This is great.
Yeah, Jim Nicholas is there, a towel under those picks. See?
Oh, this would be a great thumbnail. This would be a great no. There you go.
Yep, that's actually is a great thumbnail.
I've got a huge mess to clean up now. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking.
That's good that you didn't on the picture you just took. You left off the jar of Vaseline just off the camera.
The box of Kleenexes.
And yeah, the box of the roll of paper towel.
Yeah, you guys can't see that. Yeah, I know the guy that works for me.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah. Holy crap. Wow. It's Friday, you guys. Thumbs up. We've got to get some thumbs ups for that. That's a major mess. Wow. T-shirt photo idea, Scott Nickerson. Yeah, Scott, dude. I know. He really wants a T-shirt of me with a beard playing the guitar. He wants that to be the next Johnny Bean t-shirt. So I'm gonna have to get those made. Those are gonna have to be made. And then oh, look at this. That must have come off my my Telecaster, one of the knobs one time.
Oh, at least you found it. You'll put it back on.
I know. I know.
We should get a shirt with all three of us on it.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, any t-shirt ideas you guys have? Should make a bunch of t-shirts. Oh, this one's cool. Here's another Jim Vonvis. Has the Frankenstein on it. Come on. There it is.
That one almost looks 3D.
It does.
Uh-huh. It actually is. You can feel it. You can feel everything. Everything's raised.
Jeannie says, Mo, Larry, and Curly, we'll take this shot of them, but put our faces on them. Everyone together except you, Jay. What? You mean except?
Yeah.
Thanks, Ethan. I think Ethan is
He's a boy.
no, he's somebody else. One of our other favorites. Then 2 men and a baby. Who would be the 2 men and who would be the baby, Mad Dog? That's what I want to know.
Oh, I think I know.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Ricky, Julian, and Bubbles. That's cool. I'm down with that.
Mm-hmm.
But only the Canadians will know about that.
Hey, Steve Carmichael. Steve Carmichael was there the other night, Jay.
What?
Actually,
oh,
it
he
was-
was in there. Yeah, that's right.
It was Steve that actually he actually sent me the link.
Oh, okay.
He's like, Johnny, check this out. Thank you again. Thank you again, man. Wow, I got picks everywhere. Man, what a mess. All over the floor, all over everything.
Blank Palette said, I just had a fight online with a guy trying to convince people you can find a Kiesel for under $200. Did he leave out a zero?
Any of you guys hear of Pick Boy?
Yep.
I've had this pick for here. You guys can see my crappy camera. There it is, right there. Yeah, I've had this pick for years. There it is.
Is that steel?
It's yeah. You can't bend it. Unbendable. It gives you.
That's got to sound good. It's just going to kill your strings.
It gives you the without you tone. You know. Oh, did you hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear that? Okay. Here's the difference. Oh, wait. My mic's down here. Hang on. All right. Here's different. We'll see what different picks sound like when dropped. Here's a green Tortex. Could you hear that?
Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy.
Can you hear that? Here's the green Tortex. Here's a here's the Fender.
Oh, look, John Mancuta's in the chat. Shh, you talk too much.
John, hey man.
That's like a Fender Tortex, isn't it?
Yeah,
John.
it's a Fender Tortex. I got this at NAMM some years back. Yeah, here's the Fender one. Okay, and then here's the Pick Boy.
Jesus.
John, I love you, John.
Ask him if he wants to jump in
You want to jump in, man, real quick?
real quick.
Real quick, it's going to be a 7-hour show.
Uh-huh. Either way, yeah. There's there's gonna be new T-shirts. Gonna be a bunch of new shirts, you guys. Just got to figure out
with
what's
just
out.
you on them. Come on, we got to get something going here, boys.
Well, you know, it is his name in the you know, on the marquee.
Yeah, I know that, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm. No, I've always said if you guys make your own shirts, we can make a bunch of shirts. It's a great idea. Yeah, I need some more shirts. That breakfast burrito I was eating, it left a stain on my shirt right there. Right there.
And that was breakfast, and you still didn't. Never mind.
No, it wasn't breakfast. No, that was at 1:30. Man, I got a huge mess I gotta clean up. Thumbs up, everybody. A Johnny Bean burrito. Man, it was so good. It was awesome.
No, did that on camera.
Oh.
Thrash Metal said he'll super chat $5 if I shred the Winger shirt on air with scissors. No, because I don't get the super chat.
Yeah.
You'll give Johnny $5 for me to ruin my shirt.
It wouldn't be $5. What's 30% of $5? Also, if it was sent on mobile, let me know if this is true, you guys. This is something I heard. Any super chat that ends in 99, that's sent from mobile because Apple takes a percentage of that. So
I was wondering. I was like, why is BPB? BPB is Boner Jams. Why is he sending $9.99? I thought he was just like joking around when he keeps sending $9.99.
It's cool, John. It's cool. See you soon, though, man. See you Tuesday.
Absolutely. Tuesday night it is.
But yeah, what I heard was any super chat that's sent from mobile is a 99. Apple takes $1.50 from anything. Is that right, John Biel? So Apple takes their cut, and then Google on top of that they take their 30%. Huh? What happened there?
Nothing.
Something happened?
Yes, I did it.
Okay. I wouldn't shred that shirt, man.
No. It was a gift.
Awesome shirt.
And I actually like Winger. Love Winger. Their first 3 albums are effing great.
Actually, all of them are.
Well, I'm just saying their first 3 to me are just, amazing.
Amazing.
What about Kip Winger's solo stuff?
It's actually really good. The album, I think it's called This Conversation Seems Like a Dream. I think that's his first one. That has some great songs on it. And then his second solo record is called Songs from the Ocean Floor, and that one is really good too. So I'm saying people don't realize like how talented Winger was, especially Kip. People just think like, oh, that song 17, it's a big joke. They suck. Just an 80s glam band. Far from the truth. Everybody in that band, super talented.
Look what happened with all my fun.
Your guitar pick drank all your tea.
I know. Crap. Dang it. Oh, I got picks everywhere.
Krell Bar says Beavis and Butthead were the downfall of a Winger. Stewart wearing the wing pretty much ended it.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah. I mean, I think it was happening soon anyway, but it definitely made them almost like a joke. Like they went from it made them not cool.
Yeah, it's a shame, man.
Bozique likes a band that I like. He said I was listening to a newer band. They're not really a newer band. I think the album that comes out this month is their 7th album, called Crazy Licks, that has an 80s hard rock sound. Pretty good nostalgia-esque act.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're always talking about them, right?
Yep.
You have one of their shirts.
Mm-hmm. Rough Justice, man. That's their last album that came out in 2017. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Stewart says Motley Crue was cool. Winger was a chick band.
What happened to your sound?
I had something in my throat.
No, it's something on your micro, or on your mic.
No,
You dropped something. I heard a crash. And then now it's like you're all the way back here, and there's like you can hear like air from your computer. There,
Really?
right there. What's that?
I don't know. What is it?
Something happened to your audio.
Something happened.
Is it back or no?
No, it's you sound like this.
Really?
And there it goes.
You had it covered. You had it covered up.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, I had my microphone covered up. I apologize. What did I just say?
I don't know.
On your microphone?
You just said your microphone was covered up.
That's not what I meant.
The box
Brian
of
Stewart-
Kleenexes was covering.
Yeah. Brian Stewart says Motley Crue was cool, but Winger was a chick band. Motley Crue was the biggest chick band in the 80s. So all they had there was chicks. And there's nothing wrong with that either.
No.
Mm-hmm. But a Winger show was still all dudes.
No, with Kip. With Kip there was a lot of chicks, right? Well, you went to a Winger show.
And it was all guys.
Was it really?
It was all, yeah.
Because
Well,
it
was Kiss. It was
yeah.
Kiss. Well, it was Kiss, Winger, and Vixen. So
Jason McNamara's in here. Says
Hey.
White Line were a good band, but Vito Bratta was an insanely good guitarist. I agree. He was a great guitarist.
Jim Nicholas asked me my favorite Rush album. He said he bought Caress of Steel recently, and they sounded like Led Zeppelin on those earlier. Well, the first album, the self-titled album, Rush, with the different drummer, that is definitely very Led Zeppelin inspired. But as soon as Neil Peart got in the band, they got progressive pretty quickly. Caress of Steel, there's a couple really cool songs on that record. The longer ones, they're pretty cool. But my favorite Rush, man, that's so hard to pick a favorite Rush record.
It's got to be Moving Pictures. Come on.
It's not.
Either that or 2112.
2112 just is up there just because of the song. That's probably my favorite Rush song, but I think that's a lot of people's favorite Rush song. But I'll tell you, one of my favorite Rush albums, and a lot of people are going to laugh at this, one of my favorite Rush albums is Presto.
Really?
Yeah.
what year was that?
88, 89.
Presto. Was that the one with the Amy Mann
What?
on the one song? Amy Mann? Till Tuesday? You guys, I'm standing up.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say you got shorty. Are you standing up now?
I'm actually standing up now, you guys.
Well, Hold Your Fire was 87. So it had to be 89, right? For Presto?
Still like Distant Early Warning. I think that's the name of the record, isn't it?
No, that's the name of the song.
What's the name of that record?
Brendan Buttcheeks, I'm sure knows.
John BL is probably on it. There he is. 13th record, November 21st, 89. Yeah, Amy Mann is on that one, right? She did background no, she was in the music video.
No, that was on movie Hold Your Fire.
See, the song with Distant Early Warning and The Big Money. I love that record.
That's two different albums.
It is?
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's a different band.
It's a different life.
That's the thing with Rush. They have so many damn records. I think I saw Rush more than any other band as far as going to a concert. Yeah. Jason McNamara says Big Money was on Power Windows.
Oh yeah, great record.
Yep.
Great record.
That one's super duper keyboard. I think that isn't that the album that they were actually contemplating getting a keyboard or a separate keyboard player. I think that was actually in the talks, and then. But you don't like all the Rush talk, Johnny?
Huh?
No, Nesdal just burped.
Oh. And then I know that Alex Lifeson said in an interview that like he was like, wait a minute, why am I stepping back and filling in the spots that all the keyboards are? It should be the exact opposite. But I love the keyboard era of Rush, man. Mad Dog says Rush with Bob and Doug McKenzie. Take off to the Great White North. Take off. It's a beauty way to go. Take off. Yeah. Great. I wasn't expecting to hear anything like that, man. Rush or Pink Floyd? Well, I have to choose Rush, but I love Pink Floyd as well.
It almost works. I'm only a little bit out of tune.
Krellbar says Gilmour over Lifeson. Well, I mean,
they're different.
Yeah, you can't compare the two. Like, I don't think anybody, unless you're the like hardest core of a Rush fan, would put Alex Lifeson in a greatest guitar player of all time talk.
He's very underrated.
Oh, he's underrated. But as far as like being a lead player, I think he's more like his chords and things like that were way better than his lead playing.
Oh man, I'm really out of tune. Man, I really wanted to play this guitar too.
Brian Stewart says Peart over whoever the drummer is. Of course. Yeah.
He's great drummer.
I think the most important thing about it's hard for me to call him Neil Peart, even though I guess that's his name. But
Peart, man.
Neil Peart is just how he builds, because some of the stuff he did, it's not as complicated as people think, but he built the song with the song. You know, he built the drums. Like, you know, the second time the verse would come in, he would add some layers and drums and different dynamics. And then the second chorus would come in, he'd add some stuff and build the drums along with the song. And I think that's the main thing that Be-do-do-do-do.
What?
All right, everybody. Well, you know,
Is that it?
No, I say we get Jason McNamara in here and go for another 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
well, it's what, 10 a.m. where he is?
Mm-hmm. It's almost what, 10 o'clock where you are?
Yeah.
Is it it's a 12-hour difference?
I don't know. It's
No.
I think 12 and a half. Yeah, from here to Japan. 12 or 13 hours.
Because Japan's closer to me.
Yeah, I think it's 13 hours.
Because it's Neil Peart, Krellbar. What are you kidding me? Oh, man.
Hey, Absolute. Good to see you, man. Have you been here? I don't know.
Peart better than Mason. Mason who? From Pink Floyd?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, now.
I mean, Neil Peart is technically a much better drummer than Mason. Mason, I don't think he can do what Neil Peart does. I just don't think so. I don't think David Gilmour could do what Alice Lifeson could do.
No.
I mean, but you know, David Gilmour is one of the you know, best guitar players. You know, as far as, you know, you got to also think that this was the 60s and 70s, and he was doing what he did back then. You know, if he just started now, he'd be no one. He really would be. A lot of guitar players would. If I'm going to burn on the cross for this, but if Jimi Hendrix started playing the way if Jimi Hendrix played the way he did back then, now, he wouldn't have made it either. But he was a pioneer. He did what he did before anyone else did, and he was great at it. And I love Jimi Hendrix, but you know, let's call a spade a spade. If these guys were, you know, doing their thing today, they wouldn't be anywhere.
Mm-hmm. You mean if that style was already around?
Yeah.
Not only if that style was around. Well, yeah.
Also leave a thumbs up. Okay.
Go ahead, Jay.
No, you're 100%. I agree with you. I think it's the same with a lot of those guys. It's like the amount of stuff that they helped bring in, the level of technicality and stuff has gone so far because of them that if they started now, nobody'd really like, oh, big deal. It's like, what are they doing? They're not doing anything special.
Right. And that's not to say that they're amazing at what they do. They're absolutely amazing. Everyone who's made it big and has had records out, and you know, you hear them on the radio every single day. They're amazing. They're doing much better than we are, you know?
Yeah, we're on the internet talking about them.
Yeah. So you know, to say that they suck is not true. They don't suck by any means. They're amazing for their time.
Nobody sucks.
No, I don't. Well, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
CC DeVille sucks in my opinion. as a guitar player, as a songwriter, Great. He wrote great songs. That band wrote great songs.
But maybe look at it this way. Maybe Hendrix is a 20-year-old right now and takes all that inspiration from the other guitar players before him that have done so much and becomes something that's like, holy shit. You know, but you're saying if he came on the scene right now, as he came on back in the day, where it's like you're not really paying attention because so much stuff has been done. I mean, it's an argument that's
what?
It's almost, you know, pointless because
well, I think Steve McQueen, hey. Yeah, thumbs up, everybody. Let's see how many thumbs ups we can get. What I think is, yeah, I mean, technically, you're talking about if anybody, you know, let's say a pioneer back in the day, if they dropped on the scene now, and let's say that style was invented by somebody. Is that what you guys are saying? If somebody else came up with it already, and like Jimi Hendrix appeared today,
yeah,
you're saying his guitar playing, people would be like, whatever.
Right? Yeah, that's nothing special.
Okay, but
okay.
But what makes Hendrix, one of the reasons that he's very special, all these guys that we talk about, it's not only their musicianship and their playing, it's their songwriting and their songs. That's the one thing where if Jimi Hendrix popped up today and wrote, you know, those songs, he would get noticed. I think he would still, it wouldn't be exactly the same, but I think he would still make an impact.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about his songwriting ability. I'm talking about his technique and his just his guitar playing skills. I'm just talking guitar playing skills, not songwriting. I'm talking guitar player versus.
You're talking guitar playing skills. So you're saying the same thing about like if EVH came on the scene now. It's like, I mean, when he came on, everything in Eruption that he did was like, holy crap, how does he do that?
Absolutely.
Everybody knows how to do it now.
I hate to say it, but absolutely. There are guitar players today out there that absolutely technically kill Eddie Van Halen.
But a lot of the reason that they can is because of Halen. So
exactly. And it's the same thing with, you know, guitar players like Eddie Van Halen. If it wasn't for guys like Jimi Hendrix and Pete Townsend and Eric Clapton, there'd be no Eddie Van Halen.
Yep.
You know? So it's just a big circle. It keeps going. It keeps going around and around and around. But the
songwriting is a huge reason.
But when someone says, you know, Alex Lifeson, you know, or David Gilmour, who's a better guitar player, I'm going to go with Alex Lifeson. I think he's a better guitar player than David Gilmour. And David Gilmour is so sweet. He plays every right note. He never fucks up. His songs are great. His melodies are great. But as a guitar player, I think Alex Lifeson technically is a better guitar player. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I'm trying to think if I could choose which one if I could play like one of them, I would probably choose Gilmour just because of his note selection.
Me too. Me too. You know, who do I like better? I like Gilmour better. But who's a better guitar player? Alex Lifeson is. Technically, you know, I just think that as far as ability, Alex Lifeson is a better guitar player than David Gilmour. Who do I like better? David Gilmour. You know, that's the way it is.
Who'd you rather?
Would you rather marry, kill, or bang?
Oh, no. Oh, I know that game.
Flagged.
I've seen other people on other channels play that game, and it's rough, man. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, it's all what you like, you know. Different people like different stuff, and
of course. But I think that's what separates a guy like Eddie Van Halen from a lot of the other guys that are technically better or more proficient. But Eddie Van Halen, his songwriting,
absolutely
is. I mean, he in my opinion, the entire. He's great at everything.
His rhythm playing is even better than his lead playing.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And Tony Neville, I love Frank Hannon. I think he is an incredible guitar player. If you don't know who Frank Hannon is, he's one of the guitar players in Tesla. I believe he's the original guitar player in Tesla and still in the band.
I wonder if I'm related to him.
I think you are. He's got the Frank Hannon band. I used to fix this one guy's guitars. This guy actually went on to endorse I think Epiphone. I think he was working for Epiphone. I was like a roadie to this one dude. I think eventually he was in the Frank Hannon band, like he was another guitar player in that band.
Van Hannon.
I think this dude I'm talking about. I think he went on to do some of the guitar work for the Guitar Hero video games as well. This guy that I used to fix this guy would come to my house and I would fix his guitars at my house. And he goes on to do the Guitar Hero stuff and work with Frank Hannon, who was related to Jay Hannon.
I'm sure somewhere. Mad Dog says he's seen Tesla twice in the last couple of years and they still rock. They played at the House of Blues here a few months ago, and me and Jeannie were gonna go and we didn't go for some stupid reason. I don't know.
Evo says Andy Timmons and Eric Gales. I love Andy Timmons. He's in my my top 5. One of my most favorite guitar players, and Eric Gales is also amazing. What makes him amazing, other than his really tasty playing, is that he plays the guitar lefty and upside down. So it's a lefty. He plays a right-handed guitar lefty with the high strings on the top, on the bottom.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yep. So basically what he does is he turns a right-handed guitar over like this and just plays, and he's amazing. Check him out, Jay, if you haven't heard of him.
That's
Eric Gales.
So basically, that's probably how he learned, because somebody had a guitar when he was a kid, I'm sure, and he just a right-handed guitar, and the other way playing lefty felt better, and that's probably how he learned. So that's cool, man.
Yeah.
I got a buddy who's a lefty guitar player as well, and he can flip a right-handed guitar over and not play like great or anything, but he can play things. And I'm sure it was the same thing. Like when he was younger and started to play, all that was around him was right-handed guitars.
Yeah, he was playing at NAMM. I remember somebody, who was it? One of you guys was texting me saying, "Johnny, come watch Eric Gales." Like there was he's about to start.
Juggy Gales?
What? What? Is that a DVD?
No.
Bozique wants me to read this. Quick point about Hendrix. I want Dave to address. I think retro rock is back. I hate Greta Van Fleet, Joe Bonamassa, etc. He'd do well today, but would fail in the 80s shred era. Yeah, I agree. Hendrix would probably have failed in the 80s shred era. Yep. I don't like Greta Van Fleet at all.
I've never heard them. I can honestly say I've never heard Justin Bieber. I've never seen Titanic. I've never seen the movie Avatar. I have never heard Greta Van Fleet. What else? Never. I'll never see David Nesdahl in person.
It's all right, because he's not going to invite you to his wedding either.
Hey, if you get an invite, at least you have to send a gift. So Dave, you got to at least send him our.
What's he going to send me? Some of those pics?
Yeah.
Bye, Amanda. I just cleaned them all up. Most of them. I made a huge mess. No, I've never heard Greta Van Fleet. Leave a thumbs up if you guys. It seems like most people don't like them.
Yeah, leave a thumbs up if you don't like Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah, leave a thumbs up if you do not like Greta Van Fleet.
And nobody got the Juggy Gales joke.
Is she a dancer?
No, it's it's from Jerky Boys. It's a Jerky Boys skit on one of the, I forget which album it's on.
Oh, they did all those phone calls, right?
Yeah, Juggy Gales. You could almost hear Johnny Brennan say the name Juggy Gales.
Was it the Jerky Boys? Were they the ones, the original, the Simpsons, Moe's Tavern? Because that's actually a real, that was a real dude where they would call up and the guy would be like threatening them, just like
Yeah, you sent me
Bart
those
and
clips
Moe's
a while ago, but that wasn't the Jerky Boys.
But that was a real thing. John Biel, did you know that? Moe's Tavern with Bart saying Amanda hug and kiss, all that was actually taken from an actual phone call. A bar guy would answer the phone. It's identical. I think
he had him wanting to go down there and fight him and all that stuff. Oh, that was good, man.
It's the same voice too.
Yeah, really.
John Biel. Yeah, let's put that stuff in the Discord, man.
Brian Stewart says, if you hate Led Zeppelin, you'll really hate Greta Van Fleet. If you like Led Zeppelin, you hate Greta Van Fleet.
Wow.
I did. I asked him. Is he in here? Oh, he's in here.
Yes.
Answer your text message. Maybe he didn't. Or maybe he did. He didn't. Rob, can we
just tell him to look at his phone.
Yeah, look at your phone. While we put the show on hold. And Johnny, what did you have today besides that breakfast burrito? Because you should have whatever you had today every single day.
That's all I had.
Really?
That's
so
all
you're
I had.
like delirious. That's why.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
He said, yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Huh? You should. Huh? John Parson.
The John Parson Project.
John Parson, thank you, man.
Shit, did I send the text to a different person?
No, we're talking about you, Tessie.
You have another Tessie in your phone?
No, I sent it to you. 9:22 p.m.
What?
Easy Money says, didn't Kingdom Come do the Zeppelin thing? You know what? That first Kingdom Come record is great. But it definitely like Zeppelin influence.
Mm-hmm. I've never heard them either.
You should.
John Parson, thank you, man. Thank you, John. Thank you so much. Actually, maybe I have, just from clips of like the Monsters of Rock clips, but it's just like a split second of something.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, Bob Rock produced their first record. And by the drum sound, you can totally tell. That's how I knew that Bob Rock produced it. I was like, man, those drums, they sound like Bob Rock drums. And sure enough, he recorded and produced it. So whatever label they were on, I don't know which one it was, but they probably spent a buttload on that first record because this Bob Rock was not cheap at that time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like they were supposed to be like the next big thing.
Yep.
You know, and they were like the opening slot on the biggest tour of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there is a really cool video out there. I don't know where I saw it. If it was on YouTube or Facebook, it was like a whole like bunch of Monsters of Rock news footage taken from I think it was on Facebook. But anyway, one of the dates they're playing like the hometown of like the guitar player in Kingdom Come or something. Like the news guys are like backstage, like with him and like the guy's family, and it was like a whole bunch of Monsters of Rock news, footage that I'd never seen before, and it was a lot more than you'd really, other than MTV, that you would really see anywhere.
Do you want Rob to jump in real quick and announce it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Real quick.
Yeah, real quick, because I gotta split in a couple minutes. I mean, you guys can keep going. No, you can't. If I'm not on here, no one's on here.
I can't go anywhere. I got to be up at 5:30 in the morning.
Why? Because Craig's texting you?
No.
I got to get up and get Craig's text.
Yeah.
No, because I'm going to text him back. No, I gotta take my my cat back to the vet, and I got to give him a shot 6 hours before that happens. So I'm gonna be up that early to give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Blank Palette says Kingdom Come used to have fist fights, like the Police.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, Guitar Manifesto. Good to see you, man. It's been great seeing you around, man.
What is it?
Fire up the video phone. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, real quick.
Just to fire up the video scope.
I know it's late where you guys are. It's after 10.
Oliver clothes off. Jock strap. I remember the jock strap one. IP Freely. I wonder how many Most Tavern skits they did with Bart calling.
It was all the early ones. Most of the early stuff.
What? You were already on the screen.
Did Bart really call with the Oliver close off one?
That sounds familiar. That sounds familiar.
I don't think he called up with that one. I'm not reading that. And thrash metal, I don't think he said that one either.
Oliver Closeoff. I've heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on.
Mike Hunt.
Oh.
That's somebody's real name, though. There's got to be a real guy out there with that name.
Yes.
At least several.
Like Harry Balls. I think there's a Harry Balls in the dictionary. Jesus Christ. The phone book. Do you get that
was a good one. I remember that one. Homosexual.
Seymour.
That was a real one.
Was it?
Yeah.
See, if they did that now,
homosexual.
If they did that now, look at all these ones rolling in, man.
Thumbs up, you guys. We need 20 more.
Dick fitting you? There's no way. There's no way that was on that show. If it was, then kudos to them. Because
oh my gosh, what's going on?
I remember the alcoholic one. I remember that one.
Mike Hawk.
Barry McCockiner.
Oh, I'm fogging up, man.
I'm fogging up. I don't even have glasses. Oh man.
Did Howie really pee on the bass?
Did he?
He doesn't lift his leg.
How are you supposed to slap at the bass, not pee on the bass?
Oh my god. Normus. What?
John Bolware, don't you dare say that.
Is that true?
No, don't tell me. I'm checking right now.
Well, he blocked you.
I know. I don't like jokes like that.
Hey Siri, Hulk Hogan, live or dead?
Jesus.
I found this on the web for Hulk Hogan, live or dead. Check it out.
Loose skunks?
I'm not seeing nothing, man.
B.O.
Probably
problem?
hoax. There was probably a Hulk Hoaxin.
Huh? Hulk hoaxing.
Mm-hmm. The thing is with stuff like that, you know, it would be all over Facebook. So just go to Facebook and it would be all over it.
Well, I'm on Twitter and nothing there about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
He really blocked you
yeah, he blocked me
Why?
on Twitter.
for no reason, for no reason at all, or
No, why would he block me? I'll go to his thing. Hulk Hogan. See, I can't even see his page. Let me see. At Hulk Hogan. See? Here it is. There's Hulk Hogan. There's his Twitter page. Hulk Hogan blocked you. And I had friends like tweet at him and say, you know, why would you, or please unblock at Jay, whatever the hell my name is on Twitter. He's been a Hulkamaniac ever since he was a kid and stuff like that. And he never responded to any of them.
He's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Not dead.
John Bolware, man, you can't do that. Can't do that. That's, you know, it's not nice. Because now everyone's going to see me freaking out on the show.
Desiree just texted me, she said, Hulk Hogan is not dead. He's trying to get a match in wrestling right now.
Oh, he wants to wrestle John Cena? Is that what somebody just wrote? Oh.
Brian Davis. No, I have not had a Shake Shack burger. Not yet.
Rob said his computer's acting up.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, next time, Rob.
Should we say it? Something's in my damn eye. Dave, you know more about the subject.
I'm not doing it because he didn't even tell me about it, so I'm not doing it in case he doesn't want it. In case he doesn't want anything said about it. You take that trip down that lane, not me.
Well, I guess we could call him.
I texted him. He didn't answer my text.
Where's my mouse? Okay, where am I?
Yes, we're getting ready to wrap it up. We're getting ready to wrap. Yo, baby, yo, baby, yo.
Yeah, we've got a rap battle in the parking lot. We got to do. Huh? Who's Bubba the Love Sponge? Is he a wrestler?
Yeah. No, he's on the he has his own like radio show.
Oh, him.
Yeah.
Bubba the Love Sponge. Yeah, I think I know who he is.
Yeah, but Bubba wanted him to do it. I guess he's into that type of stuff, which is weird.
Into wrestling?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want us to keep our mouths shut until we get you on here?
See you, Scott.
Okay, hang on a second. Let's not hang up yet. Rob Welch said he's probably going to be ready within a minute. Hang on a second. Johnny, do you hear me? Hello?
Can you hear Dave? John Makuta. Oh, yeah. Oh, he
Yeah.
died. He died years ago.
Yeah.
You hear me, Jay?
Yes.
Rob Welch said he'll try to be on in a minute. He's going to try to work it out.
All right. Well, I got to split, but
Well,
you guys
awesome.
don't need me to do this.
I know. Well, I got a split too.
There he is. Oh, no, that's Jason. He'll be on for another 2 hours.
My enormous butt. That's another one.
All right, well, I'm going to hang up with you, Rob, because I'm live here. So if you make it on, great. If not, we'll talk real soon. All right, bye.
I just sent him a link.
He's going to try to make it.
So much for finishing up soon, huh?
Hey, man. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, cool.
Dave had to jump out because when somebody else jumps in, he can't hear them, so he has to come back. He has to be the last one in the pool.
Also, Dave has been in a real bad mood tonight, just to let you know. He's been in a real bad mood.
I've been watching. He didn't seem that bad to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll wait till he comes back because I agree with him on something he was saying before.
Well, I gotta split.
Of course you do.
I do, man. I gotta tuck Ellie in. Little pumpkin.
Oh.
What's up, Jason?
The sky.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
A dad joke from a dad.
Oh, well, you know, it's like it's an American thing to say "what up," so I don't know, not American.
So what would you say?
How you going?
Uh-huh.
But the really Australian way is like, "How you going?" Just yeah, going. It's just another great Australianism. Yeah, nah. Love that one. Yeah, nah. It's agreeing to disagree with something.
Uh-huh.
Like, if somebody says, for example, I'm going to hark back into earlier in the show, Dave Gilmour's a better guitar player than Alex Lifeson. Yeah, nah. It's like you're acknowledging him, but you're saying, nah, don't agree.
Yeah, that's here in America too.
Yeah, it's a big one back home.
Actually, it's more like, yeah, not so much here.
For us, just, yeah, nah. Australians talk so lazy. And I got to agree. I think Gilmour did some beautiful stuff, but man, Lifeson was so much more innovative. And I agree with what you said too, by the way, about Hendrix. If he was around today, like I can't remember who it was said, Stevie Ray Vaughan kills them all. It's true, but like all of our heroes, Eddie, Gary Moore, my God, all of them, they wouldn't be in today's music scene. They wouldn't be who they are in history. It just wouldn't happen. Like you look at bands today. Aside from guys like Tossin Abassi and those elite shredder guitar players, since maybe John Mayer, there hasn't really been many new guitar dudes on the scene that have become a really big thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the sad reality of it because we're all guitar players and we love all that stuff.
Absolutely.
You know? But like you look at a John Mayer song, right? Now, I'm not a huge John Mayer fan. I've recently started listening to him more than what I used to, but there's no riffs in there that make you go, yeah. Like, you know, you hear like, and straight away you're like, yeah, because there's a signature sound that you akin to, or like even Gary Moore doing. There's a signature thing in there, but I think a lot of the music these days doesn't necessarily have that. Like I love technical proggy, as Jay and I have talked about on the show before, loving all that more technical stuff. But there's not really an identifiable riff these days that does the same job that music used to do. That's kind of my argument.
And do you think part of it is that so much has been done that it's hard to like really stand out anymore? Because are you really gonna do something that no one else has done before at this point?
Yes, but no. I mean, like you look at, for example, like we're all Queen fans here. If you look at, say, you're not so much, Jay?
I like them. I wouldn't consider myself a fan, though.
Okay. Well, like You go back right to the very beginning, their very first single they ever released. To Keep Yourself Alive.
Wow, do you actually have a phaser on?
Oh, I could put one on.
No, it sounded just like the record. It sounded like it had a phaser on it.
I've got a light phase on, but I need to crank it up more to get more of that sound. This is kind of more an Eddie kind of a phaser tone, really. I can't believe I've forgotten how to play. Oh, there it is. God damn, I can't believe I forgot that.
That's the jazz version, man.
Yeah. But yeah, that's more that tone. But the point is, like, those old classic rock songs, you just don't hear those sort of riffs in music now. And you do if you go out and buy an album by a Tesla or by, you know, those sorts of bands. But generally you don't hear it anymore. And that's, I think, where things have changed. And that's why I don't think those guitar gods that we love would really be the same today, because people aren't listening for that. That's not in the forefront anymore. And it's sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I know
Sorry.
we were talking about wrestling before with the whole Hogan thing, and I almost equate music to wrestling as far as, you know, in the 80s and stuff when professional wrestling really like started to take off. These guys would do body slams, and the crowd would go bananas. You know, somebody would jump off the top rope, you know, Macho Man with the elbow drop, and it was like, holy crap. Nowadays, if guys aren't jumping off of steel cages, doing backflips, going through tables, all this crazy stuff, no one cares.
That's because we're desensitized. That's why.
Yeah, I think that's a lot to do with it.
And I actually agree with you, because I think musically we're desensitized as well. Like, you could see somebody do the most insane 8-finger tapping, somehow or another tapping with their toes at the same time. And people just go, yeah, whatever. It just becomes a novelty now. It's kind of sad that we're so desensitized and we've seen so much. Like, you look at movies are a really good example of that too.
Adult movies, yeah.
That's actually quite true. It's really hard to find an adult movie that makes you go, oh, wow, compared to what you used to, because it's desensitization.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a fair point. Johnny looks all shy and embarrassed, but it's a fair point.
Yeah, you've seen them both.
I've never seen any of them.
Really?
J.C. Penney catalog with the, you know, that used to be enough, man.
Oh, yeah. J.C. Penney. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like with music, with movies, I mean, I just watched, for example, the new Avengers Endgame a bit over a week ago, and it's awesome. Have any of you guys seen that?
Mm-mm.
I have
No
not,
one?
but I heard it was really good.
It was, or you watch Game of Thrones, or what? Oh, nice. Oh, it's a Music Man. It's not as nice as I thought.
Ooh, look out! That's
Well,
that's
you know,
nostalgia.
I'm a little bit loyal to my brand. That's just the way it is. but you know,
Jason.
say again.
I love these guitars.
Yeah, I find the neck's a little bit too narrow here. Like, it feels a little bit like a half a baseball bat cut off, and not necessarily as fat, but it feels just like a half a round thing. I don't know. I've never found my groove with them.
My hands are a lot smaller than yours.
Yeah, mine are a little bit large.
Yeah,
Guys, I hate to ruin the party or make it better, I'm sure, in somebody's opinion, but I got to split.
Come on, Jade. We don't think like that at all.
Well, if you guys are still on in a little bit, I'll come back, but I gotta tuck Ellie in.
Yeah. Tell Ellie I said hello.
I will. I'm sure Jeannie had the show on down there, and I'm sure she said hi to Dave and Johnny a million times while she was watching.
Awesome.
She probably sat there and went, "Why did that bald guy mess up the riff to Running with the Devil?"
Oh, she's she should be ready for bed. But wait, can I show you guys something real quick? Can I show you guys something real quick?
Yeah,
Well,
go
yeah,
ahead.
I'm waiting.
So last night, you know how Ellie, I tell you guys she likes Van Halen, right? So I can play the LA This is from last night. I put on the whatchamacallit? LA
Unchained.
show.
Unchained.
Unchained, yes.
Oakland.
Here comes the finger. Ready? The hand up. And we all know Dave jumps off the drum riser, right?
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, Tessie. Rob.
I've been here for like an hour.
Oh,
You guys finally acknowledge me.
All right, guys. Rob, I'm sorry, but I got to split. I got to tuck Ellie in.
All right, good to see you, Jay.
So, all
Yeah,
right.
it's
Good to
nothing
see you
personal, Rob.
for
Jay
5
just
seconds.
goes through you.
Look at this. Wow.
This is
Feeling a
like
little outnumbered there, Johnny?
Huh?
Feeling outnumbered?
No, Dave keeps popping.
Because I can't hear whoever pops in new. I can't hear them, so I have to bow out and come back.
Oh, that sucks.
this is like the follically challenged club here.
I love that guitar.
Thank you. Yeah, me too.
That's just gorgeous.
Hello, Rob.
Hey, how's it going?
Is that an Axis behind you? I see there. Sorry, not Axis.
It's the Maxis, yeah.
Maxis. Bloody
Yeah.
Axis. I mean Maxis. I had, oddly enough, you might be quite surprised by this. I sold it since, but I had a prototype one of them that was all mahogany with gold hardware.
Yeah, those are the really rare ones. And what do they make, like 25 or 50 of those mahogany ones? Not very many.
The one that I had actually had sample written in the neck pocket, so it was the prototype.
So it was one of one, basically.
Yeah, I
Wow.
sold it to a guy in Ireland.
So this is an 87.
Yep.
It's not the chambered body. It's a solid body.
Yeah, because it's got the original edge on it.
It's the first time. It's actually the first time they used this edge. It's the first time they used this type of input jack, which they ended up using on the Sabre models later.
Yep.
The first time that they used the all-access neck joint, which they didn't put into production until '93, maybe. And definitely it's like sharp enough to stab a guy. Ibanez was really nervous about going down this direction with guitars, so they didn't want to use their traditional headstock, and they didn't want to use Ibanez for their brand.
Right here.
Correct.
So they ended up calling it Maxis, and then it says a division of Ibanez next to it.
I'm actually friends with Bill Ream, who designed that guitar.
Yeah,
Awesome.
but this is the thinnest neck I've probably ever seen on any guitar ever.
Oh, I don't know. I reckon this thing would give it a bit of a challenge. The neck on this guitar is so freaking thin, it's just redonkulous.
I don't know. Can you tell how do you tell from a video webcam how thin the
You
neck
have
is?
to know the measurements on the 1st and the 12th. Like this is 17 mil on the 1st and 19 mil on the 12th.
I'm trying to look to see if I've got my calipers up here, but I don't think I do.
But hey, I'm not saying it's not a thin neck because I know those necks. They're great guitars.
Yeah. It is. This is probably, I don't know. So I ended up. I was helping a friend move years ago, and he had a whole bunch of guitars, and he said, "Oh, you're an Ibanez guy. You'll love this." So he pulls it out of the case, and I just went nuts over it for a while, and many years later, he sadly ended up with cancer.
Oh,
And he called me up and he says, "Hey man, I am just getting rid of some stuff because I need some money for medication, and I know that you've always loved this guitar. Do you want to buy it?" And I said, "Yeah." He says, "How?" He says, "What's it worth to you?" And I says, "Why don't you just give me a price and I'll pay it, and then if you ever want to get it back, you can have it back." And sadly, he died like about 2 years ago. So the cancer beat him, which is tragic. So this is one of those where it's it's got a special connection to a friend that I don't know if I could ever get rid of this guitar.
With those circumstances, I can completely understand that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but yeah, I do love this guitar. It's it doesn't get played enough. Somebody put EMG pickups in it at some point, but
Which is unfortunate. I saw that. That's a cool story. It's unfortunate you lost a friend, though. But at least it's nice when instruments go to people who really love and appreciate them.
Well, and it's a way for his memory to kind of keep going.
Have you ever seen a movie? Either of you guys? Have you ever seen a movie called The Red Violin?
No.
It's funny because like the lineage of like that guitar and what's going to happen. If anybody out there watching has never seen it, check out a film called The Red Violin. It was made probably 20 odd years ago, and it spans the life of a violin, literally from when it was made back in the 17th century or maybe 18th century, all the way through to when it ends up in. Actually, you know what? I don't want to give it away. It goes through basically about 4 or 5 different stories of the ownership of this violin over 100, 200 odd years. And it's really pretty incredible to think about how our instruments, I mean, this is a guitar like any other and what have you, but there's those certain ones that are those special ones that could live on. And, that guitar that you've got right there kind of reminds me of that type of a story.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a great guitar, and it definitely has its background. It's got some stuff to it that makes it interesting. And
yeah,
I try to. I don't know. I think we all probably have similar issues where we try to come up with instruments that we're going to appreciate in a way that like maybe the guitar or the instrument or whatever it is could live on beyond whatever the oh geez, be quiet. Like the life of the owner, and this is certainly one where I would always want, like I think about my other instruments, and I think, okay, what's going to happen to these things when I pass?
Your wife's gonna sell them
for what you told her that you paid for them.
Yeah, well, man, I've thought about. There's one particular guitar that I have where I think, okay, this can't just go to some rando on the internet. This has got to be.
So what is it?
I'll show it to you because you're going to probably. Okay, here we go. Man,
this is crazy. We're actually talking guitars on this show. What's going on?
Amazing. Finally.
And both Jay and Johnny aren't here to witness it.
So I'm sorry, I've got cables getting wrapped up in my chair wheels.
We all do, mate. We all do.
Okay. So this is
Flea bass.
This is a Modulus Flea bass. I bought this new in 2001, probably 2001, and I had to special order it. So what happened was I almost didn't get it because they didn't want to make the gold. They had tried to spray a couple of bodies, and the flakes weren't sticking or whatever. I don't know what the problem was, but the sales guy called me up and he says, "Hey man, is there another color that we can get you? Because we're having a hard time making this gold one. We've already ruined a couple of bodies, and for us to spray the, if you guys that do finish, that when you spray a sparkle, it contaminates your paint area, and if one tiny little one of these flakes gets onto something else that you've done, you've ruined that one too." So this was after I'd been waiting about 6 months. And if you've ever special ordered, it's too bad Jay's not here because Jay knows all about this. He's gone through this story recently.
Poor guy.
But if you've ever waited for an instrument that you special ordered from the factory, every moment is like agonizing pain. And so, 6 months into it, the guy calls me and says, we can't make the gold. Is there another color? And I said, well, let me think about it and I'll get back to you. So after a couple of days, I spent some time kind of thinking about what other color I wanted. And they had like a silver one. I think they had a purple one and a blue one available. And I called them back up and I says, I really want the gold, man. I've been thinking about this gold for 6 months and I've been telling everybody and I've been so excited about it. I said, is there really no way to get the gold? And if there's not, then okay, I get it. I'll get, I don't know what, I think I might have probably gotten the purple if I hadn't gotten the gold, but he said, well, let me go talk to the production guys. And so they ended up making it. And then it took another, 4 or 5 months after that to get it. But this was the last gold flake they ever painted. And it is the Flea, what's now the FB4 or whatever, but there's no Flea doodle on the headstock of this one. And it's got the carbon fiber neck. It does have a truss rod.
Thank God.
Which, well, the thing is these necks are so, they're stable, so you never need a truss rod on these. Basically, it does kind of move the fretboard up and down if you adjust it, so it does make a difference. But yeah, the bass is, it's not heavy, it's not light, it's just kind of perfect. It's got one other kind of interesting story about the pickup is the maker is Lane Poor, and not well known in the way that like the Bartolinis or some of the other like famous bass pickup guys that have been out there, but definitely was a specialist in bass pickups, and especially this type of kind of a bass humbucker, the Music Man style bass humbucker. And somewhere around 2000, maybe 3 or 4, I don't know the whole story. What I heard was that he basically had lost his mind and was unable to continue his business. I don't know what happened. It was like some personal tragedy, or maybe he just got fed up with it, or who knows. But he stopped making pickups, and then Modulus started putting Seymour Duncan pickups in there. So it's cool to have this pickup, and then it's cool to the truss rods were up until kind of right around that year. I think maybe 2000 was when they started putting truss rods in there, and then I put the D tuner on the hip shot D tuner, which is
very cool.
Probably I have all of my basses have one of those on there because that's just it's cool to be able to click the now I'm in drop D, and they're solid, man. They stay in tune.
That's very cool.
I have one on this guitar. And a lot of people don't use them on electric guitars, but I've actually got a drop D tuner right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Rob,
what I found, because I've had them on a number of electric guitars, what I've found is that they're not as stable on an electric guitar as they are on a bass.
Very true, because the string is just not thick enough to be able to handle the tension of the knocking up and down. Although I have to say, because I've seen it with my own 2 eyes, Eddie Van Halen's D2H just does it immaculately. That thing is insane.
Yeah, I think that's because instead of twisting the tuning peg by, whatever the appropriate amount of rotation would be to drop it by a whole step, it's taking the lever on, the fine tuner on the bridge and the lever on there, and if you take your finger and you press on those fine tuners, you can get the pitch to change pretty dramatically, and so that's a kind of a cool way to make that change and still keep your nut locked.
Yeah, his D2H is definitely something else. It really is. It's incredible.
Wow.
So Rob, a buddy of mine has a Modulus Strat style guitar. I think he got it in like 94 or 95, something like that, without a truss rod. and the neck warped terribly on it.
Oh, really? Was it? Was it the Genesis neck?
Is that the carbon as well?
The Genesis was a carbon core with a wood shell on it.
It didn't have a wood shell. It was all carbon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Really weird. Beautiful guitar, all black, everything, none more black. Great guitar.
Ivan has used Modulus necks on a model of guitar at one point, just a short run, but it was a Modulus carbon fiber neck on it.
Huh. No kidding.
Yeah, you can find them sometimes, but yeah,
It's cool.
So the reason I popped on, I don't know how many people we have watching now, but
How many people we have?
We have 3.
Really?
We have 3 people, and we're all on the show.
It's funny because I'm looking on my second computer and it says 73 people are watching.
Oh,
The 70s are all like ghosts. They're from the Indian View Farms.
uh-huh.
The Russian viewer farms.
Yeah. Have you seen those videos? How they do all that stuff?
No.
They have rooms full, like walls full of phones, all playing, all videos nonstop. That's how they actually do that. So you can actually pay for views and stuff, and that's how they do that. But yeah, it's not good. None of that's good for anyone.
There's a great comment here from Brandon B. Saying, who was it? Krellbar. 3 people, all 3 on the show, and there's 3 dislikes. Lol. and then Douglas Benor says, "Wow, guitar chat." Everyone's surprised we're actually talking about guitars for a change.
No, it only took 3 hours, you guys. We're finally on.
Get Tessie Switch on the show to bring everybody back on task.
Blank palette 2. There's 70. The 72 are all Russians. Which is interesting because I don't know that the Russians would understand us that well.
Mm-hmm.
Я говорю по-русски, which means I don't speak Russian in Russian. I actually went to Kazakhstan 1998 into 1999 for New Year's Eve to play a show. I was there for 6 days and learned all this Russian. It was 20 years ago. Learned all this Russian in 6 days, and oddly enough, I still remember everything I learned. I don't know how, but I just do.
So, Rob, why'd you pop on?
I don't know. I just like you guys. I missed you.
Yeah. Yeah, we like.
I missed this interaction. Well, I've been talking to Keeley Pedals, and I put the pedals up on my website. I'm really excited about this. I put the pedals up on my website over the last couple of days, and I'm taking some pre-orders, but I'm now a Keeley Pedals dealer at tessieswitch.com, which is awesome.
That is awesome.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. So you guys that are watching, I've got all the regular stuff. I've got the new pedal, which is the DDR, which is a drive and a delay and a reverb.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I've got videos up that I just kind of swiped from everybody else out on YouTube for all the pedals that are up on the website. But go check them out, man. Every single one of those pedals is something unique and interesting that they do with the circuitry or with just the way they approach the sound design of the pedals. And they're so, I mean, I'm just so excited to have them. And it's different than having, an $89 Boss distortion pedal. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, and on some models they've got little switches in the back that you can kind of get into for some additional settings. But yeah, man, they're very cool stuff, and they've got another pedal that is launching. Well, they're telling me it's launching in July. They're going for a July ship date, so they've asked me not to talk about it. So I'll just tell you there's going to be something cool, new and cool that's coming soon.
Well, that's awesome.
But yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. I love pedals and I love Keeley.
yeah, they're made in Oklahoma
Mm-hmm.
by folks who know what pedals is supposed to sound like.
I
Even
have family in Oklahoma. I've been there many
Even though
times.
nobody over there that I know of, at least, and even that I've dealt with or heard from, don't have that accent. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm down here in Nashville, so I've got to get a little bit of it going too.
You got to draw.
I got a little bit of it.
I don't recall Robert Keeley sounding like that at all either. It's a good point.
No, he doesn't.
Man.
Well, that's awesome stuff, man.
Yeah. So I'll just pop in the link to the website, and you can check out Did I do it right? Do I have to put the HTTPS for it to be?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
Oh, it came through. Just says www, but it's not a clickable link. You can copy and paste it.
No, still didn't work. All right, let me try.
There it is.
Oh, there. Okay. Yeah, I didn't copy and paste it. I just typed it in that way. So, but yeah. So, you guys that like the switches, and by the way, I've got so many other things on the website. I've got the custom switches now that I'm doing. Custom artwork on some switches, or I can also do the arcade switches in kind of like custom color combinations. So if you decide you want a black arcade switch ring with a white middle, like a Stormtrooper, or if you want pink and blue, or if you want green and red, or green and orange, or whatever, we can mix it up any way you want. And I just started to add some more guitar parts too. I've got tremolo arms, and I've got locking nuts, and I've got titanium screws and pins, and every color of knob and every ink choice that you could imagine.
Wow. Awesome.
Going after it.
Rob, there's a tremolo arm that you need to get.
What is it?
It's the one for the edge, but it's the one with the carbon.
Oh, I saw you talking about that a little while back. Is that it's just like a sleeve that goes on there? Is it not?
Well, it's on here. It comes with it on here.
I
never tried to take it off. And I think the arm doesn't go all the way through. I think the arm stops somewhere in here.
Huh.
And the whole sleeve, it makes it super light. It makes the whole trem more resonant than it ever has been. I mean, the guitar flutter, it's still fluttering in my arm, in my hands. It's ridiculous. Hang on a second. Listen to this. It's still going.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, it sounds like it stopped because there's a little bit of a gate on the.
Yeah, on the computer.
Yeah.
Plus, it's 11 o'clock.
Is there something you're trying to say there, Johnny?
Huh? What time is it in Nashville? Is it?
That's 10 o'clock
Central.
That's 10 o'clock. You guys were talking about the Avengers Endgame right before it came up on the video. I just got back from going to see that with my family tonight. How
good was that film, huh?
I had to kind of. It's funny because it's a film full of superheroes, and I feel like I have to explain. Like for me, I had to suspend my disbelief, I guess, a little even further than I would have otherwise, because there were some things that I liked it. I thought it was a great movie. It was really well done, but there was definitely some things in there where I left scratching my head, going, "How is this?"
Have you seen all the previous 21 Marvel Universe films prior?
I've probably seen at least 18 or 19 of them.
Oh, that's a pretty good whack.
I haven't
like-
seen Captain Marvel. Is I think maybe the only one I haven't seen.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, that one's not so quintessential. It's kind of helpful because she, is an important character. But I don't want to give away spoilers. But if you're a Marvel Universe fan, you haven't seen it, go and watch it. It's awesomely good.
Now, one of my favorite parts about it was the trailer for the Dark Phoenix movie.
That looks exciting.
That looks like it's going to be really good.
I guess Sansa will finally get her comeuppance.
What? Who's that?
You'd have to be a fan of Game of Thrones to get the joke.
Oh,
the same
yeah,
old
no,
place-
I've never seen it.
Oh, you've never seen Game of Thrones?
Neither have
No,
I. Neither have I. I'm not really interested.
I've seen the coffee cup. Seen the coffee cup on the table, though. Everybody's seen that now.
Yeah, well, yeah. Johnny, have you watched Game of Thrones?
No.
I'm on the wrong show.
He's on the wrong show. Hey,
I
listen,
haven't-
guys, before
What
Johnny,
about-
before we talk, I got to split. I just want to say goodnight to all three of you.
Good night, Dave.
I gotta go. I'd love to stay, but I'm exhausted. I've been up since 6 a.m.
Yeah, man, go get some rest.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. See you, man.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Thank you, Mad Dog. Mad Dog watches Game of Thrones too. And there
I
are
don't.
others.
I don't watch. I really don't want. I watch YouTube. I watch like the weirdest YouTube. Stuff. I really don't watch anything real. Like a regular like commercial TV show.
Are you a closet Eric Broadbent fan?
Huh?
I said, are you a closet Eric Broadbent fan?
No, I don't know who that is, but
Who's that?
but no, I don't watch regular TV because I was we were talking about The Simpsons earlier. I was like a slave to this is back in the day where I had to be home Monday at 8 o'clock whatever. And I know these days you can record anything and DVR and stuff, but I really just haven't gotten into any TV shows.
Well, you don't have to watch TV to be into TV shows anymore. I mean, everything's
I know.
on
Exactly.
Hulu,
I
everything's on
know.
Netflix. I just
know.
start scrolling through until I find something with aliens or monsters or what else do I like to watch? Kind of thing, anything where like computers take over the world.
Science fiction.
I don't know about fiction, but yeah, I like science.
Science stuff, yeah.
I mean, now what's happening is that all these scientists, all these computer scientists are working on coming up with the most latest, best form of artificial intelligence. And that's, I don't know if ever, Terminator and Matrix and AI and what was that one where the guy he just built all these robots in his house in the woods. He was like I don't know, I can't remember what it's called, but I mean,
Beane?
no.
You should watch that. That's an interesting one. El Mancina is a very interesting one.
Yeah, it is that one. It is that one.
Yeah. Another one you enjoy. I mean, you're either going to like Tom Cruise or you're not, but Oblivion was pretty interesting too, as far as futuristic bits and bobs go.
Yeah, I'd watch that. I'll watch anything with. I mean, I'll even watch the bad ones. I like apocalyptic future movies. So like Matrix was the best of like 3 different worlds for me.
Mm-hmm.
Another one that
I saw one of those. Huh?
Sorry, Johnny.
Oh, I saw one of the Matrix shows. Matrix, because they filmed one of them here. One of them was filmed in Oakland.
Oh, I
And
thought you meant in your house.
No, I don't know. I've only been here in this place 4 years. Something could have been filmed here.
Funny.
But no, I was always like, I'd be driving home from band practice downtown Oakland, and they'd have like certain streets closed off, and so yeah, some of that stuff I like to go see. So there was a Matrix that was filmed in Oakland, but what were you saying?
I was going to mention to Rob, there's a show that you'd probably really enjoy because of the nature of the sort of stuff you're into called Humans. It's a UK production. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Okay, so did you ever see Bicentennial Man with Robin Williams, where he's Andrew the robot?
No.
Okay.
Maybe.
Kind of slightly along those lines. Basically, like where robots have become household servants, and it's actually it's a cool show. If you enjoy English stuff, you might really enjoy it. As far as being from the UK,
I do. I do enjoy a lot of English programming.
Some people don't because they just find that it just doesn't. Like, especially Americans, some of them just don't because I guess they find that it's too unfamiliar.
Yeah.
But Humans is a very, very good show. You should check it out.
I'm looking for it right now.
I think you'll enjoy it a lot.
I'm gonna watch it. We'll just stay live, and you guys can watch me watch Humans.
That'd be great because there's 2 or 3 seasons, maybe more. So we'll be sitting here for the next couple of weeks with you doing that. That'd be awesome. Look forward to that.
Just keep popping back in.
Yeah,
I think there was a threat of somebody staying live for a whole year on Tuesday's show, Johnny.
Yeah, because Dave Nesdahl, they announced that they're getting married next year, and Mancuda and I were joking that we'll just stay live until the wedding
For the whole year.
and everything. Yeah. Yeah, that was funny.
Humans.
There's a lot of chat going on right now about TV shows and movies and stuff, and it's kind of hard to keep up because I'm not really good at reading the chat, but Jay isn't here to do it.
Is this it?
Let's have a look.
Is this the show?
That's it, yes. It's
Okay.
a really good show.
All right. Included with Prime. I don't have to pay for it. So that's
How many
a surefire way to make sure that it's going to get watched.
How many seasons are on there?
3.
Great. I actually got to get around to season 3. I've only seen the first 2 seasons. The thing that I like about it is that it actually gives a bit more of a human face rather than just a technological face to it, which is kind of funny because it's called Humans. But it's very much centered around the fact that these, there's I think it's 5 main androids in there have become enabled with human consciousness.
Interesting.
Anyway, I did think it had a few things in there which were good conversational topic discussions on the subject. I'm not a crazy sci-fi fanatic to say that I know everything about everything sci-fi, but I did really enjoy the show.
Yeah, I'll check it out for sure. I also liked
Johnny, I'm going to disappear too.
What?
I was going to say I'm going to go, but Rob was about to mention.
Oh no, I was going to say it's just really fast. But on Netflix, there's a show called OA.
I haven't watched that yet.
It's interesting, and it's kind of like a metaphysical. It's almost a thriller. It's definitely like I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but there's interesting twists, and it's an interesting story. And if you're into it's a little science fiction-y, a little not, but it's cool. It's a good show. There's 2 seasons.
Have you watched, and if you have, did you enjoy Westworld?
I didn't watch that. I saw the movie.
I really enjoyed the TV series. Like, I watched the first episode and went, then the second episode I went, yeah. By the third, I was like, damn, this is so freaking good.
All right,
like a lot of shows, the second season was good, but I just felt because it changed so much from the first season, it was almost like the first season was made not knowing if they were going to end up getting a second, was kind of my feeling. But it was really good. I enjoyed it a lot.
All right. Good recommendation. I'll check it out.
Yeah. I'll have a look at AO as well because I've seen it on Netflix. The other one I haven't watched that I don't know what it's about, but I've been contemplating is Altered Carbon. Have you seen that?
Yes. It's very good. Don't watch it with children around.
I don't generally watch my shows like that with my kids around anyway. I don't.
But I mean, it's hyper violent, and there's a lot of nudity, and there's a lot of language. The story is great, though. It's really good.
Well, then if that's your prerequisites for a show, then get into Game of Thrones. You'll love it.
I know. I probably should. I don't have HBO. So.
Well, look, here's the argument for Game of Thrones. Basically, it is like epic cinema, week to week to week, well, episode to episode for that matter, done on a grand scale with beautiful interweaving, and there's lines from the very first episode that crop up again as a relating back. And if you like that really intelligent interwoven within entertainment, and you don't have a problem with the violence, sex, and language, that you can see it as entertainment, but still get engrossed in the pathos. What's the right word I'm looking for? The whole thing. It really, it's great. It pays off, and I really enjoy it. It's changed a little bit over the last couple of seasons because the books ran out a while ago, and so they write themselves rather than following essential storylines from the book.
Right.
But I dig it personally.
That's cool.
Right on.
Yeah. I get addicted to stuff real easily, and so that for me it'd be a problem if I got into like all these different shows. I'd just be watching like TV just nonstop.
Yeah. It happens. It happens.
I did that recently. My mum said to me, "Oh, you should check out, if you're looking for a TV show, check out Designated Survivor with Kiefer Sutherland, because I don't mind a bit of political-esque stuff. It's not really as heavy political as, say, House of Cards. But I got started with it, and then I ended up watching a whole season within a few days when I hurt my neck and I couldn't really work. So I just sat there and took in a whole season over 2 or 3 days. It was ridiculous. But
yeah,
you get that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, I'm going to disappear. Pleasure, Rob. Johnny, always good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, you too, man. Great to see you.
Sorry for everyone in the chat that I haven't kept up and gotten back with comments. The young ones, that's a classic. What a funny show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ninja mentions Blackadder. That was one of my favorites.
Oh, man, the English just know how to do comedy. They really do. You just got to go back to Monty Python to learn that.
Yeah. I love Monty Python. I liked Coupling, which is basically British Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that show.
What else did I like? Oh, Red Dwarf. I liked Red Dwarf a lot.
Yeah, Rimmer's pretty funny.
The
Lester.
The best one though was Cat.
Of course. I love it when he does that line. I look good. Damn, even my shadow looks good.
Man, real quick. I think the last TV show I really got into, which is a British show, this was like 10 years ago, was called the IT Crowd.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that show? There's lines in that where you could just watch over and over, and it's just insane.
Yeah, it's very funny, that show. And actually, just real quick, another one that's really good that's currently on Netflix. I watched it maybe a month ago, with Ricky Gervais. It's just a 6-part one, and oh god, I've suddenly forgotten the bloody name. Yeah, I gotta get my Netflix and just double check. It's an incredibly good show.
What's the one he did where he's the guy and he like works at, or maybe he lives at this convalescent center, and he's a little soft in the head. What was the name of that?
I think I remember that.
And the guy from An Idiot Abroad is on there. He's one of the actors on there too.
That was a while ago, huh?
It was, yeah. It was quite a few years ago.
This show here, Afterlife with Ricky Gervais, is really, really, really freaking good. Now, it's not going to sound good from the description, because it's quite kind of sad in the sense. Basically, the premise is that he's lost his wife to cancer, and he absolutely loved his wife, was with her for 20, 25 years or whatever. But what makes it good is it actually shows you his grieving process and how he kind of has to try and figure out how to bounce back. There's a lot of good humor, a lot of really good humanity. It's entertaining, but it's an incredibly good show. Afterlife, I strongly recommend anybody watching that, especially if you don't mind something that's human drama. And I love human drama, especially probably my favorite genre of anything to watch. So
yeah, I'll check that. I've been wanting to it's kind of piqued my interest. But then I get into, like I always go back and rewatch old things. Like I've seen all the Star Wars movies about 100 times. I just watched The Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons.
Mm-hmm.
Never seen them.
I think I'd never seen Angels and Demons before. That was really good. And then I'll just go back. You know what? I'll watch 100 million times.
I got a phone call. I got to grab this call. Sorry, guys. I got to run. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. See you, man.
Bye-bye.
Now, Johnny's just us. You want to answer some questions from the chat? You probably want to go.
Well, I do have to tuck my chickens in.
Do you want me to pull a John Mancuda and just start running the show for a minute?
Yeah, man. Do you want to take it for a minute?
Yeah. Hey, it'll be the Tessie Switch show while Johnny goes and tucks his chickens in.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I'll be answering questions from the chat, and I'll also be taking texts. Let's see. Here's a text from nobody. I don't have text from anybody. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna scroll back here for a minute. Let's see. There's Jay. Brett McCord asks if there's Jackson guitars behind the Englishman. I think he did have some Jacksons. If you're like Jackson, check this out. This is the Adrian Smith signature. It's the Indonesian model, but as you can see, I've gone and I've put a Tessie switch in there, and this is kind of a cool one. But maybe you guys will have some. Let's check it out. So I've hooked it up to where this is a push pot, and then that'll turn the LED on in here. Just watch that for a minute. Can you see? Can you see it doing its thing? There it is, red. Oh wait, now it's green. Oh, what's happening? Oh, it's blue. So there's cycles between the different LED colors. But you know what it does? It does this thing where it just makes a crazy high-pitched whine as it cycles through the colors, and I don't know how to get rid of that. It's not super loud, but it's there. So I can't figure out. There's a couple things I need to do to kind of test it, but I just love it going through cycling through the colors. It's very cool. So yeah, this has the single coil. Well, it has hum single like a Superstar, like a Fat Strat. I don't know what kind of pickups these are. This is not an expensive guitar, so who knows? They're probably just some random stock from the factory. But yeah, it's a cool piece, man. This is a nice guitar. And I think you guys have seen my Charvel that's white. Basically, it's this guitar, but it's hum single hum, and then I don't have a single coil. I'm holding it up. I'm pointing. You can't even see it. I don't have a single coil in the middle. That's where I have the battery, because I put a clear pick guard on there, and then when you plug it in, the whole guitar lights up. I've got lights in all the cavities that change color when you change your pickup selector. Hey, there's Johnny.
Hey.
Just going through some guitars, man.
Awesome.
Douglas Bedore is Buckethead my customer. I've not dealt directly with Buckethead. He's been doing his arcade button kill switches for longer than I've been doing mine. So I think, yeah. So what else do we have? Zombies. Hanks. Hanks is worth watching. I like Tom Hanks. Phil Mosley Music says anything with Hanks is worth a watch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think it's true. Somebody asked, I can't remember where it was. Somebody asked thoughts about reverse headstock guitars. I'm trying to find it and going back. Johnny, what do you think about a reverse headstock guitar?
I've never been a real huge fan of them, just because of the look, I guess. But I have one. I have a Fender Squier Showmaster that has a reverse headstock.
So let me change your mind for a moment. And I don't think I have anything with a reverse headstock. But okay, so when I was going back, it was Todd Graff. So I don't know if he's still in the watching, but reverse headstock guitars. Think about if you've ever seen the soundboard of a piano. The low strings have the longest scale length. So would then it also make sense if the longer scale length on a guitar was on the low string? So a reverse headstock that has the longer length beyond the nut would be more resonant. So when these guitars were designed, it was strictly from an aesthetic standpoint, and they didn't really, Leo Fender wasn't a musician. He didn't play guitar. He really kind of didn't know much about guitars at all. He started building them because he had guys that were guitar players coming into his repair shop asking him to work on their amplifiers and radios and things like that. So he just kind of, from a convenience factor, this is where your hand would want to go to tune it. So that makes sense. But yeah.
Yeah, it's backwards, huh? Isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But then the other question is, when it with such a short scale length, 24 and a half or 25 and a quarter, 25 and a half. I don't know what the scale lengths are. I probably should know that kind of a thing, but will that extra distance on a guitar headstock make a difference? I don't know the answer, but something to think about.
I think everything affects everything, basically.
Yeah, that's true.
So hey, R2 R3, huh? We need a kill switch attached with a smoke machine.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. To a guitar?
Well, I mean, oh, is he saying that you press the kill switch and then smoke comes out from somewhere?
Maybe.
Is that what it is? R2, R3, is that what you're talking about? You press the kill switch instead of killing the signal. What it does is it shoots smoke out.
Lets the smoke out.
You know what I should try to do is get it set up to where when I press the button, some silly string comes out of the headstock.
There you go.
I just imagine somebody would just do exactly the wrong thing with that sort of technology, which I think is why we don't have it. We spent so much time trying to try to figure out if we could do it. We never stopped to try to figure out if we should do it. Yeah.
Oh, Jay says it does make a difference. The reverse headstock thing. It feels slinkier before you tighten the nut on a double locking Floyd.
What about after you tighten the nut on a double locking Floyd? Because I don't know anybody that's got a double locking Floyd with a reverse headstock that isn't locking that baby down when they're done. All right, I'm gonna put this back on the wall. Ugh.
Silly string, man.
Silly string.
Leave a thumbs up if you like silly string. There we go.
And then later, if you don't like silly string, leave a thumbs up. Look, I'm not gonna get wrangled into this thumbathon. I want you to get thumbs just as much as the next guy, man. And I log into multiple accounts to make sure that you get as many thumbs as possible. But it's like I'm never gonna be John Mancuda where I'm doing the Jerry Lewis. I'm the Jerry Lewis of thumbs.
Uh, yeah.
So Jay
Yeah.
thinks it feels slinkier even after you lock it down. I don't know how that's possible because your scale length is not any different once you lock that nut down. I could see it on a just standard nut. I could see it making a difference, but I can't. I don't know. Krell bar. Porn film should replace money shots with silly string.
Oh my gosh. There was a video on YouTube. Maybe it's still there. Like when YouTube first came out, somebody uploaded a video and it was all dirty movie scenes, but they'd replaced all the stuff that they can't show. They'd replaced with like cartoons and like crazy like sounds and noises and stuff. And it was actually it's a funny video. It's hilarious. If it's still around, if I can find it, I'll put it in the Discord. Yeah, because you can't see anything, but you know exactly what's going on. But it's all cartooned up, and so it's almost like somebody shooting silly string instead of something else, kind of thing.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, that's the point, right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. So you're good. We're good.
I'm good. Yeah. Guys, go to my website, check out the Keeley pedals, check out the Tessie switch, buy a custom switch, buy a Keeley pedal. You know what I really want to do is I really want to make these Keeley pedals successful. So let's check out the videos, buy the Keeley pedals. Sorry, I don't mean to sit here and plug my website in the last 3 minutes of the show, but I'm going to do it just a little bit.
Oh, it's all good, man. It's all good. And yeah, give me a link or something to give to Nightbot.
Okay.
Something to, because you were talking about the discount code and all that stuff.
Yeah, the discount code johnnybeane15.
johnnybeane15.
It's so easy to remember because it rhymes. I did it on purpose. You know what else I did, Johnny? Is I put every possible permutation and misspelling of Johnny Beane in there with the number 15, so that if somebody doesn't quite have it right, they'll still get the discount.
Awesome. Well, yeah, that's the way you do it. Mm-hmm.
So once I get all the inventory, we can do some stuff. If you wanted to do some like on-air demos so people can kind of hear and see the pedals.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to come back and do that.
Yeah, definitely. All right, everybody. All right, Rob, great to see you, man.
You too. Thanks for having me on.
Always awesome. Always awesome. Anytime. Thank you, everybody, for watching tonight. Wow, we've gone. How long have we been on? Two and a half hours, or
I don't even know,
5,
because
6, 7, we're going on 3.5 hours. Wait a minute.
No.
If we start at 5, my time, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going at 8:30.
Well, that's crazy.
I think. I don't know. It'll once I hit stop, it'll tell us. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Leave a thumbs up if you guys dig this stuff. Let's see if we can get up to 100 thumbs ups. And John BL, I'll see you tomorrow night. Saturday Night Live. That's our Saturday show. We have a great time. All right. Brett, Phil, the dog PA, Jay, everybody, thanks for watching. Thank you. That's right. See you tomorrow night, John. Mark. All right. Thanks to everybody. Had a great time. And we'll see you guys soon. All right. Johnny Beane TV. Bye.